Welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube platform. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. If you're a member of the channel, massive respect you a lot. And how to become a member, please do click the join button. Then YouTube will help you along the way. So, as you saw by the title, we're going to be covering several topics today. Some of them we have in dialogues, I think, with Pastor whenever he does come on. Yes, and also from persons inside the chat, and also persons that are actually rewatching this. Please do give me your take as well. So we have down but not out. Pat Garrell. I can't believe that I'm saying that due to the fact that we thought that this thing was done and dusted. We're going to be discussing that. Van Zatten, season ending injury. Khadija Shah's situation, injury as well, and what type of season she's having. The youth 17, how much of a help that would be. President optimistic about Liam Bailey return. How should they handle that one? Arsenal versus Chelsea, Premier League on a whole, review and also preview. Championship, the same thing as well. So those are the things that I have on the table for this program. And later I will have a Suriname video as well, because a lot of things happening in Suriname as it relates to new faces coming in and how it might look. So join me over the Wemaxit later for that video. So we have Omzo in the building. Best myself, Omzo. Thanks for being here. Ty as well. Massive respect. Thanks for being here. So let we start. Let we start with Khadija Shah. Khadija Shah, very good player, performing at the top level this season and last season at Manchester City. But last season she had a legendary figure in her way, but now she's out of that way. Khadija Shah took the mantle and she ran with it. But after doing so great, it looked like she had an injury. They are saying here that they are up to 6 hours. They have not given a concrete story on what is wrong with her, but she's still out injured for now. All right, so we have to wait on that. So she's a reggae girl. She is a reggae girl, regardless of how people want to look at it. Yes, and I'm wishing her to continue on great form, and also hopefully she comes back very fast. All right. Omza said yesterday I heard she's out for good. Well, I'm telling you what the internet says and what the site says. Where she's playing, so I don't know what to tell you. All right, yes. Alj, bless up yourself and bless up to all of the real persons them that actually hits the like button, because it's on zero, so that means nobody hits the like button as yet. But yet still you guys are commenting the hell out of the show, so that tells me that Umzo, Tai, Algie have not liked the show, none at all, in its entirety. But tell you what, you guys will learn soon. Yes. So Khadija Shah, continue on that great path that you're in. Yes, man. Hopefully she can get to come back some point, because this is a period which is very much important. All right. So I would love to see her return. They are saying that Van Zatten, she looks like she's out for the season, which that is not looking good for her. All right. Yes, that is not looking good for her. No, you guys couldn't tell me that you liked the video when I saw all of you guys in here, and it is saying zero. So don't tell me that I'm lying. All right. Yes, I could just capture it, but I have no time to pay that direct attention. All right. So don't tell me I'm lying when I could have clearly saw it. So anyways, Van Zatten, Reggae Girlz, Kiki Van Zatten eyes strong comeback from season-ending injury. All right, the thought of being sidelined for an entire season is almost too much for some players to bear. But Jamaican international Kalisa Kiki Van Zatten has embraced her darkest hours. All right, so she's a young reggae girl that played throughout like she's, maybe I would class her as the new the new level of players them. So like the ones that are younger than Bonnie Shaws, and they are going to carry the mantle on. So she's out for the rest of the season, and she's looking to come back as well. All right. Hope she does well. Yes, a good player, good player. Some of those players that we definitely need in the team. Technical player. Yeah, can offer more things like to improve Jamaica's footballing style and all of those things. She was always one of those type of players. All right. Please capture. It's not zero. I know what it was. Janatsu. I know what it was at the time. All right, and I was not wrong. I am sure that I'm not wrong. All right. Yes. Markland Barrett, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Alj said maybe it's slow, JD. I'm seeing likes. Yes, I saw 9 now. So I'm almost certain it's at 9 because I can see it on my system here as well. All right, but no problem. It's okay. People like it whenever they want. That's cool. Yes. So let me move on now because we have some parts of the show that will be at the back end. All right. Yes. So let me just go through these other results. All right. So yesterday, no, day before yesterday. Let me start with that one. All right. Yes. So no. We have to start with yesterday. Yesterday's results, amazing, amazing. So let me start with this one first. All right. Let me start with this one first. The Middlesbrough Leeds one. Remember, we were talking about the championship a while now. So we wanted to know about Ipswich, Leicester, Leeds, and also to some extent Southampton. But definitely Southampton drop off the ball when they lost that game. All right, yes, and we're going to get back to the next phase as well. So Leeds needed to win to really keep themselves in the automatical promotion hunt, which is top two in the championship. All right, and they won it 4-3 over Middlesbrough. Very, very good game. You can go and watch that one. That's a very, very good game right there. Go and check it out. And this might just give Leeds an upper hand coming in the final stage. All right. Very, very good result for them. Very, very good result. And then now you had the next team, the next two teams that is sandwiched, what that Ipswich is sandwiched by, which is Southampton and also Leicester. So we expected. Pastor said that he expect um, Southampton to defeat Leicester. Well, I'm very sorry, Pastor. It never ended the way that you wanted because because Leicester beat the bricks of Southampton 5 goals to nil. And to be honest, it that game came off like the game that I'm going to talk about next, which is Arsenal versus Chelsea. All right, yes. So Southampton, you could say that if they had done better early on in the game, they would have been they could have easily well be in a good position. But because they never turned it up early on and missed certain key opportunities. It fully deserved to Leicester to run away with it. Leicester had 34% possession in this game to 66, at 17 shots to 7, but 6 of their shots were actually on target, and 6 of their shots were blocked. For Southampton right there, and big chances for Leicester, and they missed. They took all of their chances. They never missed any. All right, so clinical and also took their chances when the chances came. They scored in 25th minute, but never scored until the 62nd minute, and from that the floodgate opened. Between that, Southampton could have done better, but they never did. All right, yes, so that keeps Southampton after 44 games on 84 points. I think it's done and dusted for them to get an automatical spot now. I think it's between three of them. Southampton lost 2 games on the bounce, so that never really helped them. All right, so Southampton, I think they are done and dusted. 2 more wins would have just drawn them on 90 points. 90 points. Leicester is already on 90 points. All right, Leicester is already on 90 points. Let me go through. Joseph Brown, pick up yourself. Thanks for being here. Umza said this man just got on and already fighting with us about likes, and Man City fans delusional. All right. Joseph Brown, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. And Ramsey, big up yourself. It ain't looking good for Ipswich automatic position. What is wrong with you, Umzo? What is wrong with you? List. All right. So let me go through it. So Southampton is done. They only can finish on 90 points after 46 games played. Ipswich is on 89 points with 43 games played. So they are one of the only ones of 3 games left. So they have a game in hand, and it's two automatic spots. And Leeds have already played 44 games. So if they win their game, they are going to actually go atop of Leeds. All right. All right, so keep saying what you want to say, Umzo. Not going to argue with you. All right, so that result yesterday definitely helped Ipswich big time. Pastor will be coming on soon. Look like he has some problems. Yes, so Ipswich yes is yet to play, as you guys know. One of our potential Jamaicans actually plays on a team, which is Omari Hutchinson. So we want them to keep on improving, so Omari Hutchinson can get a better deal either from Chelsea or get signed by this club or go elsewhere because he's linked to a lot of other places. All right. Yes. So we heard we heard that uh, we heard that they will not finish above anything. Okay, no problem. We will wait and see. All right. So Pastor, I've discussed 2 results so far. All right. Leicester won their game over Southampton, embarrassed them, to be honest. What you have to say about that? And also, Leeds won their game, put them on 90 points, but they have played a game above Ipswich.
All right. Southampton did not want that result because that puts them in a very precarious position in that they have to wait and see if all the other contenders get bad results. So their future is not in their hands.
All right.
On the other side, with Ipswich having a game in hand, Ipswich have their future in their hand. Because if Ipswich even draw their 3 games, they're above Southampton. If they draw all 3, they get still above Southampton, so they qualify above Southampton. So for all of those who don't like the Ipswich factor, you I would rather be in Ipswich position than in Southampton position. They have completed their table. They can't gain any more points. And Ipswich is only 1 point behind them with 3 games in hand. So they only need to win one to be above Southampton. Win one or draw all 3.
Yeah,
So I
but
don't know.
remember, Pastor, but remember they are fighting for the automatical spot as well,
Yes.
which is the top two. So they still need to rival Leeds for that spot, and Leeds is 1 point ahead of them, but they have the game in hand over
Yeah.
Leeds as well.
I was just dealing with the Southampton situation before getting to
Yes,
Leeds who have one. Yeah, and I think Leeds still have 2 games to go, right?
yes, they have 2 games to go, and
Yes. So
so
they clearly cover Southampton. So their issue now is getting enough points to leapfrog Leeds. And then that will be, but that is still in their hands. Their future is definitely in their hands. So of a possible 9 points, I think they need to aim to get 7. If they get 7, they should be okay. Um, but then 7, no, 7 would make them possible equal with Leeds because Leeds have 2 games, possible 6. Uh,
and the goal difference. Let me give you the goal difference. The goal difference at this point, Leeds on scored 80 goals, conceded 37. Leicester scored 80. Ipswich scored 85, conceded 53.
so
So
Leeds have a
the
better
goal
goal
difference is
difference
not in their favor, so they can't.
in their favor. They
So
can't
they can't.
afford
Yes,
they can't
they
afford to stick with just 7 points. They cannot afford a loss. So
yes,
they have to play to win their 3 games to beat Leeds.
yeah. So they can't finish, and they're not going to make up the goal tally. So,
Yeah, mm-mm.
but I have
That
a
goal
feeling
tally
that
is
they're
too big.
still going to do it. I have a feeling that they're still going to do it. I have a feeling that they're still going to do
I,
it.
I, I am banking on them, JD. I'm banking on them. I think they did a good enough job to be out in front So they just need to hold their stride and really, really get it get it over the line. So I'm banking on them that they will get that done. And when you're closing out a competition, you need to get the available points, and that's what I'm thinking. You need to get the available points. So
All right, so let me just go through this. Determine says big up JD and big up big up JD big up. What happened to you yesterday, man? My morning delivery was very boring. Well, tell you what, here people, it take money to come on every time. I have to have money in my pocket. So if I don't have any money in my pocket, I can't just come on and sit with you guys. You understand me? So I have to earn it some other way as well. All right, so you don't pay me that lavishly for me to just look at one side. Determine. So determine. You need to determine to put some money in my pocket so I can just turn up just for your sake of delivery. Look how bright and feisty he is, Pastor. Where am I? Like I just come on the internet to make up stories for his delivery. Feeling good, brother. You're
oh,
bright and
oh he's a
feisty.
oh, oh
What is
determine is the truck driver. And he gonna do
what?
he gonna do
No, I
delivery.
don't know who he is. Well, I'm figuring it in bright and feisty. Oh my God. Tom said, JD, your big bad Chelsea did not show up yesterday. Davon, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Just said, I've been watching the games, JD. They look tired, inexperienced, especially at this stage. I would agree with you. And that's why I don't want them to finish in the playoffs because I have a feeling that if they finish in the playoffs, they are not going to qualify, So that's why I'm rooting for them to just do the job from now. Dockland, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. All right. Singh says Leeds and Leicester are in the driving seat. The game in hand against Coventry, who nearly destroyed Manchester United. In fact, they have to play Coventry twice. All right. So he said that because of that, and Coventry have a slight belief because Norwich drew their game. So if Coventry could win the next two, win all their four games, they could finish. But I don't believe so. I don't believe they're going to beat them. All right. Nitro come in, Gunners ban them. You don't have to say anything. They just come in and start to argue. All right. Triple E, big up yourself. Thanks for being there. Nitro said Gunners on top. That was a Rawson. All right. That was one hell of a beating. All right. And Billy Gray says, morning, JD and Pastor, everyone in the chat. Yes, man. Massive respect, guys. As they come in, please do it, like, button, share, and subscribe. Craig, big of yourself. Thanks for being here. Sing. In the know, big of yourself. Yeah, man. Fabian for big of yourself. Yes. Poor excuse. Unseen turn up for is 5 subscribers every day. Oh my God, Nitro. Well, Nitro, if I have other businesses to do, I can't complete this because I never. And Nitro, you know me, I'm a very much organized person. If I don't have the actual information that fits my streams, I won't turn up. So it's not going to be. And check football playing. So football plays every day. So I have to just wait until the football plays to get the information out of it. I am not that desperate to come on the internet. All right? Yes. So, Pastor, you want to answer about that because see they want to bring me in a mix up and call my name
Uh,
when me not
um,
like. You understand
I'm
me?
going to answer. I'm going to answer this way. When I got my first pastoral district, I had 8 congregations, and every member across those 8 congregations felt that pastor literally treated them well. I had sufficient contact time with them. I started another congregation with a batchmate of mine. We were neighboring pastoral districts. By the time I got to the second pastoral district where I was associate pastor, that two church pastoral district have over 4,000 members. JD, I am not a pastor that turned off my phone. I only ask people to respect my time. So after 10:30 in the night, excepting for an emergency, don't call me. But there's a difference when you service 2,000 persons as to when you're now servicing 6 to 8,000 persons. And as you transition from one pastoral district to the next, the number grows. So the hours in the day don't change, but the numerical improvement is exponentially
I understand,
improving.
Pastor, but Pastor, all of that is null and void. You know why? You get paid from the church. Me,
Uh,
Pastor, you get whatever offering, you get something. All
no, no,
right,
no, 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 no,
yes,
no.
I don't do this for that. All right, so it's not going to work.
JD,
All right. So,
you see,
Pastor, we never want to go here in a pastor, but you always going to sidetrack the conversation for these mans. If determined for me to turn up every day, him send me €1,000 every month, so me know that me can prioritize turning up every day. It's not going to work. All right. I am going to do it when I can. All right. Yes. And I've always come and give the vibes with the
not
information. And that's what I want to stick on because my career stand on information. All right. Yes. People
no
want to
matter
talk
what the
about
church
Pastor.
pays
I am not
me, I
Pastor. I'm not
cannot deal with it that
Pastor,
way like
at
you.
least the church liked you, Pastor. I am not likable that much. So I have to bring information to be likable. All right. So I don't want to be on the internet, doesn't have any information. It's not going to end up good for me. All right. In the know, big of yourself.
That's not
Just like
sustainable. No information is not sustainable.
ideal football said, remember, Leeds have to play Leicester in their last game. All right, so that's the next good one. But they are saying that because they don't believe that Ipswich can beat Coventry. You understand me? Which is not good. All right. Dockland says that was a skittleish performance, and Tom hype up himself. Big up yourself, Jason Ferran and Chorus. Massive, massive respect. All right, so let me look at some other one. League One. League One is tying up. Petersburg let me down. People they lost 2-0 to Cheltenham. 2-0. And Cheltenham is actually down in the relegation zone. And that
Mm-mm.
was a sad thing, 2-0. They were dominating the game. We have to be honest to ourselves. And that's why I'm even more upset. All right. They had 25 shots to 9, even though they have way less of the possession. But you could see it's not like other games that were just talked about, like the Leicester, Southampton. Even with the more possession, Leicester looked way better than Southampton. This one, they had the 35% possession, but you know that the transition possession, like they never needed the ball, they just want to go and attack. That was the style of game that they were playing and fully deserved to win that game. All right, but they lost it 2-0, and that is not good for them. 25 shots to 9, 6 blocks, 8 to 3 on target, and the big shots them, 5 big shot chances created and missed, 3 of them, and 2 of 2 created and scored from Sheringham yesterday. So just a smash and grab, take the win, and that was the hard of the day. And I think that is the hopes in dust for Petersburg right there. So both Madasil and Johnson, both personnel that can play for Jamaica, will have to play in the playoffs to make the championship.
But their team in the playoff stand a better chance, JD. And
Yeah, man.
I think with more games, Mother still will be able to impress himself on the team. So yeah, it it might not be as bad if you can avoid the additional games. It it is best for you. But if you have to go in the additional games, then I hope your roster has sufficient depth to go those extra games.
All right.
So
So
yeah,
All right, so
th-
hopefully Petersburg comes through. I Barnsley will let go of their manager that brought them in the playoffs position. So their ego is so big, they believe that he's not good enough to take them further.
wow, wow.
So them and them Petersburg Lincoln at this point and Bolton will have to fight for one spot. And I think that Barnsley made a poor decision right there to do so. All right, let me go give before you come in, Pastor. Big up yourself, Jason Guna. Singh said if Ipswich doesn't beat Coventry and Leeds, and Leicester can just play for a draw in their head to head in the on the last game day. All right, and then we have Chris Smith, massive respect, best documentary. Big up yourself, Real Baller. Big up yourself. All right. Some info about Khadija Shaw's injury. They said they are not 100% on it as yet. So by later you will get the full extent of the injury. But I think she's going to be out for the next game. So that's
Uh,
going to be good. But
it
let's see how longer than the next game will be the
is
problem. You know?
that is that is Khadija in the title, JD?
Yes.
The injury. Oh, so when we get to it, I already saw some additional information on it. So when we get to that, as
No,
you
you
progress the
can you
program.
can give it you can give it because I everyone in England don't give out anything. So
Okay,
I
the nature of the injury, it is broken.
okay.
So they expect that she might be out for the
And
rest of the season.
Manchester City said so.
Yeah,
Okay,
Manchester said that it is
let
worse
me
than
make
they
sure.
first. It is worse than they first anticipated,
Yes,
and they
Khadija, sure.
she might be out for the rest of the season.
No, if her foot
Um,
broken, boss, if her foot broken, there is not no conversation. She's out for the
it
rest
is
of the
no, no,
season.
no, 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 no. It's dependent on where and how bad a break.
Pastor,
Mm?
which part of your foot can broke, Pastor, and you return back in 1 week? How long you think the season is? The season is not 6 months from now. You're not coming back.
JD, there are several bones in your foot. It depends
That
on which
heals in
bone
one
is
week, Pastor.
broken. JD,
I ask your pastor. Look, you
it
said
is
you're
not
not
going to
gonna
be
play the
fully
foot,
healed, but it can be
pastor.
sufficient to play on.
That means you're gonna Khadija is gonna be very rich. She just go up on the field and act like something worse upon, and say aggravated it, and she sue them Ross. Nobody, no real team will take those risks. You mad, pastor? What? With a player like that, you must be mad, man. She have to be 100% well, or she signed the papers to go on that field. Because then they're not going to put it there. Okay, so he said Man City has not confirmed it. But I'm looking. 1 second.
The article that I'm quoting from is the coach that is speaking.
The coach?
Yeah, it was the coach that said that. Um, check from the check after they took her off because they weren't going to risk her putting her back on because they did not know the extent of the injury. So they didn't put her on back in the game.
I'm seeing the same claim. I'm
Hmm.
seeing the same claim that she has a broken foot. But and this is from Kathleen Bate reported that, and she's a journalist, so that's what she says. But it has not been official. Okay, so and that's what they're saying. She will miss the rest of the season
Hmm.
based on the injury. So that's what I'm saying. And no part of your body will be broken, and you out here telling me about she might be coming back. So people we don't know because Manchester City have not officially posted it as yet. But she said the what I said the person that the journalist, she spoke to people inside Manchester City, and that's what she wrote. All right, so maybe that's the case. More likely that will be the case. That will be the case. Once she's the one reporting it, because obviously she out there talking with other Manchester City players as well. So we tend to want to believe it, but that would be very very not good for her because she was on a good path to even maybe try to go if she could push them to a title and Chelsea don't go to the Champions League finals. um, they could she could look seriously put herself in a top tier of the Ballon d'Or right there, you know. So that is not good. That is definitely not good right there, you know. So what say you on that, Pastor? Even though
Yeah,
it has not been confirmed. You agree with
yeah,
me on the part of she would have been in Ballon d'Or closer, not 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 maybe not first or second, but maybe and in the top five if she could rally what Manchester City to a finals and
yeah.
Chelsea don't not rally Manchester City to the
To
title
the
and
title.
Chelsea don't go to the Champions League because if they go to the Champions League and come second right behind them, sometimes they would favor the Champions League teams. You know?
Hmm.
Yes. But what say you?
I tend to agree with that. It is definitely a blow to her chances of being considered in the Ballon d'Or. Without the title, the test then would be is can her cohorts at Man City keep Man City 3 points ahead,
And for the rest of the
and their
season?
next assignment is Arsenal. No, no, they have one other team before they play Arsenal. So because they have to play Arsenal third place. Chelsea
Yeah.
is in second.
Trying to pull up
So
the whole table.
they are 3 points clear at the top.
Yes, with a
But
game in hand. With a game in hand.
with yeah, so but the team that they're supposed to play next is considered a weaker team, so they can try out different combinations to replace Shaw. Is what the article that
So they have
that I
played
saw said.
19 games, Pastor. They have played 19 games, and it's a 12 team league, 12
Hmm.
teams league. So you're supposed to play 22 games, right? 22 games. I think. Let me go up at last year. Let me go up on last year to make sure, because I think it's 22. 1 second. Why am I not seeing? Oh, three. All right. So
Yeah, because you play home and away. It's
yes,
22 games.
22 games. 22 games. So for 22 games, they have they played 19, so they have three more to go, and Chelsea has four more games to go.
Hmm.
Um,
But one of the
and
three games they have is Arsenal, which is the third place team. So it's not going to be an
yes,
easy game for them.
yeah, no, I'm not talking about them winning it. I'm just seeing if she did enough. If she did enough, um, if she did enough to be considered as the best player in the league. You understand me? Like from this point. So even with the three extra games that they should play, because she's not gonna
Yeah.
play those games.
In those three games, no, she would not.
Yeah.
But Jenny, I would go on record and say yes. Even
Yeah.
without the three games, that she would be the best player in the league. Um,
Ooh. But some
I
people just why?
the,
I would say she's the best striker in the league, but
the
I
best
understand
striker
where
in
you're
the
coming.
league,
Yes,
Jenny.
I would say best player.
You
Because
can put the
her team
context to it.
and her team I actually think the best one of the best players in the league actually be on her team. You get me? Because remember people create for her, and we tend to see that it's
Yes.
her alone on the field. You have some ridiculous
Mm.
scores on her team.
Yeah, man. You have about three other top quality players on her team that would be at least notable mentions
Yes.
for the best player in the league. Can't diminish that in any way, shape, or form.
For me,
But
I don't know. This girl I rate her highly. Alex Greenwood, would be up there. Khadija Shaw would be up there. Chloe Kelly is always having a good season. M
yeah,
M you have to give M
hemp.
extra respect because she's coming off
Yeah.
a World Cup finals as well. So
Hmm.
M would be the ahead of yeah man yeah MP is ahead of Bonnie Shaw. We have to give her respect. It doesn't matter even if we are Jamaicans. Um,
I I don't
so
think I don't think they would put hemp above her because of the amount of goals she
no,
scored.
big boss.
No,
No,
I'm not. I'm not.
let me give you
JD,
no,
don't get me
pastor,
wrong.
pastor. Hold on, pastor. Let me give you empty numbers. Just relax, pastor. Stop playing with the girl. She's not normal.
I am not
When he
discrediting him.
qualified with
She's
Manchester City, pastor, relax.
no, 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 no,
When
no,
she
no,
play
no.
for England, I will agree with you. But no, she is better
I
than
am not
Monisha.
discrediting. I'm not discrediting
Pastor,
her at
Pastor,
all.
she has one of the best returns this year as well. She's better than Monisha, man. Believe me, man. She's better than Monisha, man. Yes. Pastor, everybody in the chat, I tell you, Pastor, put some respect for the girl name. All right?
I am not saying that, but
She's
Bunny have
better.
more goals than her this season.
Yeah, but she's a winger. She's a winger. And for you to be
Yes,
scoring so much goals and assisting, that's not
and that
normal,
is and
Pastor.
that is why I said that the collaborators and organizers may bump Bunny Shaw ahead because of the amount of goals she has scored in the
All right, so
season.
let me give you
I
a
am
very
not
short
saying
answer.
I'm not saying as a complete player that Bunny is better than him. That's not what I was saying. I made the statement that the actual number of goals
Yeah,
that Shaw has scored may literally elevate her,
that
but
is true. That is true.
that is not to discredit the three other players that are top notch within the City team.
Singh says, MP is not above Bonisha. 6 goals and assists is not above. Bonisha has 22 goals. That's why I think you have to be very much careful or you look at things because I'm gonna read out Bonisha's everything. All right, yes. So 21 goals, which is absurd. 21 goals. This is 18 games played. 8 teams of the week. 21 goals. I'm gonna show you something. So 8 teams of the week. Listen. 21 goals and 3 assists. So 24 goals contribution. That is for one competition. Let me give you a next one because I'm giving you everything. Because it's everything counts for tell you who is the best player. You understand me? Because remember, it's a Ballon d'Or at the end of the day. So it's not one competition. So this is the FA Cup woman. She played 3 games. She played 3 games. Bonisha played 3 games, scored none and assisted none in the FA Cup. All right. Yes, she scored none in that competition right there. All right. So the FA woman, she played 4 and she had 1 goal in that one, no assists. So that is 25 goals contribution. All right. So let me just go through everything. So that's what we are talking on. We're not just talking about the league because we talked about the
Hmm.
Ballon d'Or. That's where our conversation started from. So stop just
Hmm.
draw the conversation for no reason. All right. So she have 25 goals contribution in our own whatever it is, whatever amount of games.
In
Um
25 games,
yes, whatever I think 4 and 3 and what
7
19,
and 18, 25.
7 and 18
4
is
and
25.
3 plus 18 is 25
So 1 goals contribution per game. All
per
right. So
game. Yeah.
let me put up Emp. Let me put up Emp now. So as they said, Emp in the league itself. In the league, let me get the league. She has 5 teams of the week, 18 games played. She has 9 goals and 6 assists. So 15 goals contribution in 18
Hmm.
game right here. All right, that is for one competition. And then now the FA Woman Cup, she played 3 games and had 1 assist. So you had the 1 assist to make 7 assists right
16
there.
from 19. Yeah.
All right. And then she has the final one right here. She played 5 games, started 4. She has 1 goal right here. So she has 10 goals and
17
7 assists. 17 goals contribution she have. 17.
from
And
26.
teams of and 20, 26, 26. 17 from
Yeah.
26. At no at 20, 25 from 25. 25 from 25.
But Hemp has 17 from 26,
17
which
from
is
26.
which is
26.
excellent, JD. Which is
No, because of
excellent.
where she plays, like
Yeah, yeah.
and her rate. No, yeah, go ahead.
Which is excellent, and that's why I didn't. What I was saying, I believe persons are literally saying the same thing but thinking I'm saying something different. The
Mm-hmm,
reality is she's an excellent player as it relates to pushing the team forward.
mm-hmm.
However,
One second,
what I said is that because of the amount of goals that Shaw scored, the persons who are looking on and making the assessment may bump her above because of that striking goal contribution, one
yeah,
in
the
one
goal
game.
contribution, yeah.
Just the goal contribution. Having said that, though, I did not intend in any way, shape, or form to diminish Hemp,
Oh,
Chilo.
so they're saying I should add. They said international will be counting. Okay. If you put
Yeah,
international into
international will be counted.
I think that is unfair. People we can't put in. Oh yeah, but they are gonna put
If you put
international when
international, then Hemp goes clearly ahead of her.
Body Shaw doesn't have any international game, so that is not fair. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that is not fair to.
But
Even though that's what they are. No, but that's what they are going
whether
to
it's fair
do.
or not, that's what they're
But
going to do. So it would put
yeah,
her
but
ahead.
yeah. So that if you put international in, if I think she has 3 goals and 1 assist international, so that would have bumped up our numbers. But we
To
for this one,
21. It still hasn't passed Bunny Shaw, but
no,
21 with more games played.
in assists, but nowhere near the goal. Nowhere near the goal. Nowhere at
No,
all.
I'm talking total goal contribution, JD. You said she have 3 goals and an assist, which would be
No,
4 to
just I
17.
count one of the internationals. Oh, and then she have a next goal over here, so and a next assist. Okay, what? Let me count it properly before.
Yeah.
Let me count it properly because I don't want to. All right, so the same year because it's one calendar year, so they're gonna start from the World Cup thingy.
Hmm.
So she has 3 goals and 1 assist in the World Cup coming in. So she have 4 goals contribution coming in.
That will
All
take her
right.
to 21.
Yes. Women's Euros. Hold on. Hold on. That's 21. You said. All right. So
Hmm.
Nations League. Nations League. What? So the Nations League. She has 3 more goals and 1 assist.
25.
Yeah, damn. All right, so she has
How many
three
games?
more.
How many games she played in the Nations League?
She play 6 games in the Nations League, so she play more games, but our numbers
Six.
tailor out, tailor out
25 and
to
6, 31.
Bonisha.
How many she played in the World Cup?
She play all of the games in the World Cup, so she play way more games than Bonisha,
Yeah,
but
she
our
played she
numbers
played
are
close to
the
40
same.
games. She played close to 40 games. So
Yes, but our numbers are the
percentage
same.
wise, Bunny Shaw
No,
is
but
ahead
Pastor,
of her
Pastor, our numbers are the same. Playing a tougher competition sometimes because the World Cup would class as the highest one too as well.
as the
And
highest level.
also she's coming from a different position as well. So I would not be shocked if they put her ahead of her based on our season. You understand me? Because we
Yeah.
didn't come from one competition for Bonisha, just the league.
The only thing Shaw would have going for her is her goal numbers alone, the
Yes.
goal contribution numbers. In terms of sustained quality of play, Hemp would
Yes.
be ahead. But
Yes,
percentage
yes.
wise, Bunny Shaw is considered. Let me not
I
say
think
would be
she's
put
gonna
ahead,
be
but is
considered.
considered. Yeah.
We have to make sure people know where we're starting from. We're trying to see if, with the injuries that she has now, if she still will be up in the Ballon d'Or and go up. And I
Ballon
want
d'Or
to say yes.
conversation.
I want to
Yeah.
say yes. I want to say yes. So let me know if you're rewatching this. But yes, I think so. Corey said some people think international football doesn't help you as a player. No, no, it helps because that's what they use to measure everything. They told
Yeah.
you from which time frame to which time frame.
It's
All right,
everything that
so
you do within the time frame that's going to be considered.
I'm just hoping that Abonisha gets well very soon. It's not
Let me
looking good for her because we're gonna
without
have pastoral
being
soon.
negative, without being negative. So the program you had when you asked the question is the administration of football affecting our football. Do we then determine that the JFF affected Bonishaw?
And no, but Pastor, she
Because she
never
wasn't
did.
selected. She wasn't
Pastor,
selected.
no, Pastor. We're not gonna go back down that drain, but Pastor, she was the one never turned up, so she affected her damn self. She had played the World Cup. She never did anything in the World Cup, so we never count her games in the World Cup as well. We have to count her games in the World Cup as well. Because she
Yeah.
played the majority of the games them, except at bar one, I think, and she never did much. She played in the Canada games. No, she did play in she played in the Canada games them.
Yeah, she played Canada and then they had the strike. Wasn't that the case?
She played Canada games. No man, Bonnie Shaw plays a lot more. Hold on, we're not counting her games then, man. She played.
No, no, no.
She
Bunny
played.
Shaw's game would be at about 30, 32 at most. Hemp game is bordering 40.
Oh, they said she played one leg and she played 3 games in the World Cup as well. So she played
So
four
that's
more
four. So
games.
she'll be at 29. Should not even make it
Yeah,
to
so
32
she
that
played
I
a good
was
amount
thinking.
of games, man. Yes, yeah. All right, so Ballon d'Or criteria. The primary criteria is the player's individual performance in the previous European season. No, it's over time. It's over time. No longer by calendar year and no longer factoring career success at all. Well, sing. Don't say that until you see the final details them come out, please. All right. Lauren M got a red card, so that will count against her. Okay. All right, all right. No, all we are saying is I don't think that she is the best player at City, but she's definitely top two or top three. That's what I would put her at. I don't think she is the best. Because football, they look at football a little bit different there, and also the season would back up what I was actually saying, and M would be the one that I would say had the slight better season. But in the actual league, yes, I would say the Bonisha had the better league performance. But season overall, that would have been based on a Ballon d'Or. I would want to slide to M, because she played those games. Don't tell me about what are just European games. And this no, they count your international games and everything. Don't do that. Don't do that, big boss. No, 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 no. But sing. Listen to your argument. Then oh Messi won it. Then oh Messi won it. Pastor help sing. And or sing, help yourself. Oh Messi won it. Oh
They,
Messi won it when he just said everything that Erling Haaland should have won the award. Are you saying that they changed it now?
I think that he may very well be interpreting as a updated criteria that was put out, because other than
Unless it
that it doesn't
updated,
make
Pastor,
sense.
unless it updated last week. Unless it updated because Messi won it when Alan had 17,855 million goal contributions in everything more than Messi. But they found a way to give him. So
JD, Messi was missing World Cup win from
yes,
his
but
CV.
Pastor, they put the
So
time.
everything
The
was put
time
in
was
place. No, no, no.
Pastor.
I am actually
The
supporting
time
what
was
you said.
excluding the World Cup. The time was excluding the World Cup according to them.
No, hold on. So everything was set in place to effectively remedy Messi's CV as he's in the twilight of his career. So
Okay.
they found a way to give him all the accreditation needed to make his CV complete. Remember, you know, Messi is in the conversation for the best footballer when the people are talking about Maradona and Pele.
Okay.
This generation have him there. So they have fixed everything to bolster his CV. So everything was put in place to get him to that standard for consideration. I was never a big Messi fan. You can't discredit the quality of the player or the
But
contribution of the player.
Pastor,
But
not even you and God could have come and tell me, say, Messi deserved to win Pastor, not care what you gonna tell me. I have checked everything, read everything, three, four sides, and nothing no make sense. Nothing no make sense at all.
and I would agree with that. And when you compare that with the fact that he was never the player I cheer for in any dispensation of Argentinian football, I mean, yeah.
So all I'm saying is let me wait. But all I'm saying you have players in the league that can rival Bonisha. But I think she did enough to be considered in a
Yeah.
higher up the table higher up the table placement in the Ballon d'Or. So way
She'll be in the
further.
conversation.
Yes. JD Messi got it for Argentina World Cup victory. But sing on the same paper they said the World Cup is excluded. Excluded, not included. That's exact on the front of the award. It says the World Cup is excluded. Just go back and check how much goals Messi scored from the time. Please sing. When you come back and see when you go and see it for yourself, you're gonna drop down. You're gonna say, "Oh, this makes sense. Oh, this makes sense." A man
It
scored
doesn't make any
55
sense other
goals.
than they gave him. It don't make any sense other than that.
Shaw will likely win WSL Player of the Year. I think so. I think so. I think she will win it. Think so. Um, um, JD, the voters didn't know that the World Cup was excluded because they all cited that. Yes, when I started writing. So how can I be voting when I'm not educated enough for the job? Because that's super miracle. That is exactly what I saw for real. People voted and said when what he did in the World Cup, and the front of the paper, it's saying World Cup excluded. They gave you a time, but Messi still won it. So I don't know, but I think Shaw should be up the table based on our performances. That's all I would
Yeah.
say, still. All right,
Even
so
without the
let me
three
see
games,
what.
she'll be in the conversation.
Yes. All right, so let me get to the cooking time now, cause people say they wanted to cook, So Arsenal, the next edition will therefore take into account the entire 2021-2022 season, which will end with the Women's Euros to July 6th to 31, the World Cup in Qatar November 21 to 18. Okay, okay. Well, that is going to be tough for Body Shaw then, if that's the case. You understand me? And that is not good.
Jenny, I don't think it is so tough for her now because percentage wise, she still is ahead of Hemp in goal scoring in goal contributions, percentage wise. Based on
Mm-hmm.
games played and amount of goal contributions. Percentage wise, she's ahead of
Yeah,
him.
but Pastor, it
So
takes
so
into
she'll be in
account.
the conversation and I don't think we should
Yes,
fight over more than that.
yeah, but they will push her down the ladder because of the achievements. Because them going to finals and doing more things and still on the same team as her, contributing
Yes.
at a similar rate as her, maybe a little bit less, but similar rate as her. So that propel them above her, which I would not. I would say if she had gotten the more time to play in those competitions like M, she could have gone above her too as well. You understand me? Even
Yeah.
though that we can't tell where we should be born.
The thing is the thing is, I am not going to fight to say who should win and because of this they should win. I'm literally going to be objectively looking on whether or not the proper analytics was applied and she is in the conversation credibly. So once she's in that conversation, I'm satisfied that there is because somebody has to win and we won't always get what we want in terms of who wins. So she being in the conversation, I'm okay. If she win, yes, I'll be ecstatic. But I mean, if she doesn't, I'm not going to lose any sleep, and I'm not going to be sad.
Yeah, but she did well, so I wanted to make sure we give
Yeah.
her the credit. Yes. Um. Um. The World Cup was included in Messi's Ballon d'Or win. They moved the time to fit. I know, Jason, I have not read that what you read. I don't know where you can find the opposite as to what the people them tell me. I've read it and it literally states the World Cup is not included in it. So I don't know where you find that file, but I have not looked back for it because I know until a day they are telling us that the World Cup is not included. Not at all. And that was a sole argument. So I don't know if you and Messi gonna make the file to make people believe it, but I am not believing it. That's not what I'm read. All right. I want to move over to Mars. To when again, I will bring the file up. I will bring the file up again. And sure. And also find the paper.
Fire Guna, send you a message.
Fire good. No, JD will give an apology to all our. I'm trying to talk about Arsenal, Jim, but just out here saying things, and I have to debunk those. All right, lie. They move the dates. Football guru, go about your business. Go about your business. All right. Yes. So we're not gonna make up stories. All right. Forgive Messi nothing. All right. Yes. Go about your business, football guru. All right. Yes. I will bring it up on my screen. Don't worry yourself. Yes, so let me move on to the Arsenal. I will look it up and bring it up as well. Arsenal game. Arsenal game. First off, let me find the best explanation for the Arsenal game. First off, Arsenal started good. Let me give you the stats on it just to make sure. People know that I'm not biased or I'm not bad minding Arsenal. 57% to 43 in favor of Chelsea. 13 shots to 5 um, in favor of Arsenal. 3 shots on target and 6 blocks for Arsenal there. And both team, no, in the first half, it was Chelsea that missed two big chances. So it's good. It's good when I break the game down like that. In the first half, they missed two big chances. I still believe that the first half should have finished 3-2. Even though Arsenal never registered some of their chances as big chances, they had good moments that should have turned out better. I just believe that they weren't clicking in the transition right there. All right, are they are slightly in fear of the counter from Jackson and what that dude over the right hand side. Let me give you a name. 1 second. That dude, he was cooking over the right hand side every time he was the ball. Madueke. He was cooking over that side. Every single time he takes on my boy, Tamiaso, where Jason says world class. He seems to just smoke past Tamiaso. So both times he went up against him, he smoked him. And the next time he gets space because they realize that he's so fast. So I thought that the first half was not the best for Chelsea. I thought that the double stage passes was not good, but they still created the opportunity to score one or two goals and never did any of that base. Arsenal still created the chances, and I thought they should have gotten three. So the first half should have ended at least 3-2, but Chelsea should have been on the score sheet. They should. They should. This brother named Jackson, I shouldn't be I shouldn't be I shouldn't be cursing out one individual. But Jackson's a fantastic human being in a pastor. I don't know what is wrong. I think Jackson. Wow, I don't know. I don't know. He has one of the best energy in the entire game of football. He will run for the entire 90 minutes and go into some dangerous areas. But the problem, I don't know what is wrong. The man jump, the man jump, Pastor, the man jump. If he just move his arm out the way, he box the ball in the back of the net. If the man just put the ball on target, he puts the ball in the back of the net. From 2 yards, Pastor. From 2 yards.
You have what you call natural goal scorers, correct?
Boy, oh
Correct?
boy.
Huh?
You know how bad you are in the Pastor. Arsenal scored 5 goals. And it was not Arsenal trending on the internet. It was Jackson trending above Arsenal. Arsenal was below them. But it was Jackson, not Chelsea. Jackson trending. And I think they have enough of him now. I think that is enough now. He's fantastic.
But the thing is, at that rate, they can't sell him. Who gonna buy him? Jenny, you see, they're in a place, where possibly the best they can do is beg a League One team to give him some playing time.
No, I think they should just take him off from striker and put him to winger. I actually think he's not an out and out striker. He's a wing forward. That's what he is. Because his level and passion to run is not next to none, Pastor. The man will run the whole day. Arsenal backline couldn't stop him from running up and down. They just tried to mark the zones. They were not even marking him until he comes in the middle. Anytime he drifts goes wide, everyone just say, okay, let's leave Jackson over there, break him run up and down, because he has to come back in the middle. You understand me? And then he catch them off guard when he run from the left hand side, past three of the defenders, and he hit the post. I think it was what's his name? It was Gabriel. Gabriel deflected it off. But this is good. He brings something, but I just think he's not a striker. He's not a
Well,
striker. He's a
we'll
supporter.
see what kind of man managers at Chelsea, because with that kind of a work rate, pulling defenders to pieces, you just have to find a system that works for him, that gets you positive results, which up to now they have not managed to do.
Yes, he turns up. He's a disappointment in the big games. I don't know if it's because we are paying more attention in the big games. But good God, The man can miss some chances.
JD,
Pastor,
you
when
can't miss. You
Manchester City
can't miss
and
one time
Arsenal
2 yards
game,
out and then go miss 2 time 2 yards out. That is not possible in the same game.
pa- how much, maybe they don't register all them as big chances. Pastor, I can tell you, between this game and Manchester City game, the man missed more than 7 chances. And he could have scored 7 goals or 8 goals. And nobody would say I'm lying. Nobody would say I'm lying. And he did not get 1 goal. It is very bad. But tell you what, I'm not gonna follow Twitter and make him trend. I'm gonna leave him alone. But I'm just saying that the game could have turned a little bit different because he got chances that he should have finished, and it's getting bad and embarrassing for him. But I thought that Arsenal was the better team. Chelsea's double stage passes, knowing where dangers are terrible. My boy there, Diassi, he is passing on from the back. He has no vision. Very bad. When they saw Madueke, pretty much dominant on one side, they should have just given more isolation to Madueke up against Tamiaso because he can't mark him. Pastor, every time the man go up against him, he just walk past Tamiaso. He has no ability to mark him.
Whoa.
He has no ability. So the lack of awareness, the lacking ability from Chelsea to know that this man is good, and passing up on the back, play double stage passes and not single stage. You had a time when Diassi saw Mudrik over the double stage pass. Double stage pass is when you have a shorter pass, but the longer pass is right beside it. You understand me? But so you can just go for the double stage. The man decide he's gonna play it when Saka is right on. No, not Saka. Rice and Peas was right. That's Declan Rice is right on the back of Caicedo. He just took the ball and it turned out into an unbelievable save just to keep it down, not 2-0. So their awareness was poor on the day, poor. Right across on the offensive ends and also on the defensive end. So even though they had more of the ball, they could have done way more, way, way better. So Arsenal gave them 5-0. And I saw that Chelsea could have easily well created 4 or 5 more chances on top of the big chances that they missed. So it could have been a 5-5 game if they had played like I, obviously they never had some of the pieces. So
Hmm.
Cole Palmer is a big miss, big miss, and obviously the bench was weak. But I, congratulations to Arsenal. Let me just stay here because I don't want to go overanalyze the game and then people say I'm a bad mind. So congratulations to Arsenal. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, let me just stay there. Congratulations to Arsenal, but the game could have ended. Yeah. Christopher JD Nkunku is good by our no man. Nkunku is a good player, no. King Tachala. Nkunku is a good player, man. If he was there, then we would have known where Jackson plays. Because I'm telling you, if Nkunku playing, Jackson ain't playing no striker. Nkunku would have gone to the striker. Nkunku could have gone to the striker role and Jackson would have come off the wing. You understand me? Or go on the bench because at this point, Cole Palmer ain't benching. You understand me? Or they would have put Cole Palmer in midfield and then put Madueke, put Jackson over the left hand side and take off Modric. Because Modric sometimes, I can't believe a man so fast and so slow in his brains. You understand me? Because sometimes you have to wonder, Emperor, just run past the next man. No? Just run, please. We expect you to be the Ukraine Usain Bolt. Just run. Every time you run past everyone, but you seems to decide that you're not going to run. The one thing you actually have over people, you don't do. You try
He
to run
doesn't
through
like
people.
running.
Okay.
Jackson likes running.
I know he's faster than Jackson. Like over a quick sprint, he's faster than Jackson. He's ridiculously fast.
Yeah. Aye. So Chelsea coach have a job to do.
Yes, yes, but I'm not going to let off Chelsea. I think Chelsea is going to be better next year. I can agree. I think they're going to give
Yeah, I
a lot
mean
of big shots, a lot of
with
big shots.
experience, the yeah, I think so.
Chelsea is going to be a big team next year, people. So Aston Villa, Tottenham, Manchester United, all of them food I get yam from Chelsea next year, guys. Remember I told you here. JD it said the man fast, but yes, Ryan Allen, yeah man. So Ryan Allen, look at Madueke over the next side. Tammy Asu is not a poor defender, no. He's not a poor defender. But you know what the man do? Alright, the man say, alright then, me and you know about physics and know about space. So we are gonna see how it works today. You understand me? And he keeps on creating the space and decided that me and you will start and stop over and over. And every time he let Tamias stop because his acceleration is so ridiculous. It's like 2 seconds ahead. The man just move away like it's a fake running faster. Just look at the dribbles them from Madueke over Tamiaso. The man just stop and move away from him. Modric can do the same thing, but he chose not to. Because he never even tested the player until around his 78th touch of the game. The first thing you do in a football game is to test out your strengths to see it work out. From what Modric saw that he had the pace of the beating of the player, he said, all right, then, I have that in my tool. Let me try out the next cut in. So that means I can choose what I want now because I know how fast the player is. You know?
Yeah. And him can't check him unless he get close to him. So, but you say, Jenny, that's the thing, On the field of play, you have to quickly measure your opponent to be able to counter what your opponent will do. Failing to do that put you at a disadvantage early and for as long as you continue to fail to do that. You you need to know how quick you are, and speed does not always mean fast takeoff, because there are some players who are very fast but they don't hit that top speed immediately, you know
Yeah.
um you have to be like a rabbit or a mongoose where you shoot right into your top speed.
Jason said the Benjamin White is a different gravy. Boy, Jason can overhype your play them, man. You're desperate for come and overhype people again. Oh my God. Don't worry yourself. The season. So guys, are you saying according to Jason? Thank you, Umzo. Thank you very much, Umzo. Umzo said, Jason Guna, TV, let's stay humble. Yes, exactly what he should do. And Chevy said, JD Jackson needs a Senegal name. The English name not working. So, guys, how are you feeling? Arsenal 5-0, 5-0, top of the table, everything running. So, are you guys saying Arsenal taking the league? 77 points, guys, of the 34 games played. Liverpool has a game in hand and 74 as well. City have 2 games in hand. So, Arsenal taking the league. Let me know, people.
City have 2 games in hand and they're on 74 too.
No, City on 73. 73.
But that's 6 points. That's 6 additional points.
Yes, but I'm just asking. No, people say
uh
no. The Arsenal man them so super hype. So maybe I'm just
I
asking.
am
So
still, JD, I am still very comfortable in sticking with what history has provided me. I have never before seen Manchester City reeled in after they put their neck out front. When they
all
go
right.
out front, they go out front to end the season. Especially this late in the season, they go out front. You have to go bomb them.
Uh, let me give you the games then, Pastor. Pastor, let me give you the game. Guys, please do hit the like button. We have not hit 100 as yet. How you find the like is to click the triple dot at the top of the screen, and then the share will be available, the like will be available, and the subscription button will be available. These are the games that Arsenal has next. All right, so they have Tottenham next. They have Tottenham next.
Hmm.
Tottenham versus Arsenal. I think this one will be a good one because remember that Tottenham's still fighting for an automatical Champions League spot, So they need that game. I think this is going to be the real dog fight. They said Arsenal is the 2-1 favorites, and the draw is all very high as well. Ooh, that's a good one. Then we have Bournemouth. Bournemouth at Arsenal. Think they should be good enough to win that one. Hold on. Let me see where Bournemouth there. If they're fighting for nothing, because if the team's fighting for something, that makes it different. The Bournemouth fighting, not fighting for anything. They're on 42 points at this point, so they ain't fighting for nothing. Arsenal will beat them. All right.
But JD,
Then they have Manchester United, and then they have Everton. Let me see where Everton is. Manchester United still a fight for pride. They are still fighting for pride and respect. So that game won't be easy. Everton. All right. So I think Arsenal problems ain't over as yet. Everton on
JD,
30 points.
can Arsenal do a next blowout of a game? Can they
Blow out.
blow out another team? I don't think
Yes,
there's
they
another
can blow.
team that
Yes,
they will blow out.
they can blow out. They can blow out. Um,
Burnley,
Bournemouth only.
Bournemouth.
Yes. I don't think it's going to happen, but they can blow out Bournemouth.
I I had the game against Spurs a draw or a one goal differential in favor of Spurs because of the expectation of the Chelsea game. But as I said, I didn't get to watch the match because I was otherwise disposed. I 5 goals, even when you are pressed and you were up against it, and these 5 goals came against the run of play. 5 goals is a big motivation to feel comfortable going up against your next opposition. So that kind of make me more cautiously optimistic as it relates to the result with 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 with, with Spurs. Um, I still am going to hold to my previous prediction, but at least with a little bit more caution
Mm-hmm.
because of the numerical results. I am going by what you shared having watched the game, as I did not. So it was still a taxing game
Yeah, but Pastor, all of
for
this
them. But I
again,
mean,
it
the
it
five
doesn't
goal, the
matter
five
which
goal
team
is a
you
good
play.
motivation.
Yeah, it doesn't matter which team you play. If you play Manchester United, even though the other day Liverpool was dominating Manchester United, yeah, but the game still ended in a draw, right? Because they have
Hmm.
talented players. They have talented players that will just fight until the end. You understand me? JD, stop trying. What trying what? I don't understand. Oh God. Spurs not doing well. Well, they need to do well because they need to catch Aston Villa. All right. We can blow out Tottenham because they have imploded in some games this season. It is possible. Well, uh, I'm not gonna say anything about Arsenal. The energy of the title chase will energize them faster. Plus, it's the derby. They will be ready and up for it. All right. Aston
Well,
Villa, they never
we
seemed like they
can,
were ready for that Bayern Munich.
we can. Well, I'm not going to.
They,
I'm not going to
they
challenge
imploded.
that. I can give him that. I can give him that. I'm not going to challenge it. I can give him that. The reality of the situation is, um, you have to find comfort somewhere. And since that is your Gunners team, I can give you that. I can give you that. No, with no subtraction from it. I can give you that, Jason,
All
and
right, well,
everybody else who is of
let
that
me
view.
fighting for no reason. But anyways, let me move the subject. Let me move the subject because we have two more to complete until
Hmm.
the 2 hour mark. All right, these are subjects that Pastor wants to talk on. Oh God, it's not gonna be a good one, no. All right. Anyways, the first thing I had to check the date of this thing because I can't believe this is real. But I checked it and it looked like it's real. Wednesday, April 24th, which is today. In the sports part, it says down but not out. Head of Beach Soccer Jamaica, BSJ Pat Garrell, has filed a claim for the Jamaica Football Federation JFF election to be ruled null and void. If she is successful in her bid to have the court rule on her behalf of her organization when the matters, and I'm trying to get the rest of this. So can someone inside, Pastor, mute your mic, Pastor. So someone go into their and if they're in Jamaica, go on the observer, go on the observer, no, the gleaner here, and see if you see the same section to see if it's today. Because I don't really get it. Oh can her how can she do something again? I thought it was over, right? So I'm kind of confused. So go ahead, Pastor. If you want to come in, like someone just check to make sure this is today because it's showing today on my system. So I'm asking, how is this still possible? I thought that they were done
All right,
and everything done.
JD, the election is completed.
Let me share it right here and share the date and everything.
So for election to be deemed null and void, there has to be found evidence of blatant negligence or malpractice or illegalities to even
Okay, yes,
influence
that it is today. It is today.
to even
So
to
yeah,
even
continue, Pastor.
influence the court to even influence the court to entertain such a filing. So without her bringing forward blatant negligence, some kind of criminality or illegality, the court, you can file anything at the court, but it is a different matter for the court to take it up because this will not go to a local court. This has to be like Supreme Court in the land that they'll have to go. You can't go to a regular magistrate to handle that. The election has already concluded and signed off on. So to have that reversed, you must come up with some new evidence which is tangible to first get the court to entertain it. I have
So
not
Pastor,
heard.
them can't lock her up. If she proves that she disrupt the thing, can they not lock her up like for instance when you damage someone character, you cost them bad arm like funding
All
and
right,
all them stuff there.
I can, since we're interfacing here, I can file an injunction at the court to say you should be barred from YouTube. I can.
Yes, okay.
But I would need to provide evidentiary support for the court to entertain my filing. And then, if the evidence that I provide meets the standard for them to entertain it, it is only then that they will take up the case. Anybody can file anything. Now, if I continue to make frivolous, malicious filing against you, you can do a countersuit for malicious intent as it relates to character defamation, as well as the court can take the position that I am wasting the court's time and charge me.
Okay. All right. So I have to say about this, because to be honest, still, if she have her evidence, as what Pastor says, she can continue with it. But why would her would she had the evidence from before, and they never took it up, Pastor? You understand me? So why you never present that evidence from before? Or it's that happened in the time after the first one said continue, because that had to be the
Remember,
case.
they took it up and there was a ruling, you know.
Yes, but I'm
They took it up.
saying that all of those evidence was scrapped. So now you have
So
to
she
get
has to come
new
up with
evidence.
new. She has to come up with
Yes,
new
from that point.
evidence. Yeah.
Oh God, oh God. I don't know what is in Jamaica football so much for everybody want a position when everybody said they don't make nothing of doing Jamaica football. I have never seen
Oh,
nothing,
hold on.
nothing be so public and people run down nothing.
You see that one in the chat. The court set a trial date of January 20 to 22 2025 for the matter to be tried. That means
Okay,
the
yes,
court has taken it up. That means she has provided sufficient evidence for the court to view it.
Jesus.
The court will not take it up unless she provided new and sufficient evidence to view it. So once they have set a
Oh,
trial date, JD, it means that there is some kind of incriminating evidence provided
yeah,
for the
because
court to take it up.
I never got it. I was trying to open it, but I never got it. So that was my problem.
Yeah.
Oh God. So so why is it every time? Oh yes, I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing it now. Seeing a whole page now. Boy, oh boy, damn. Guys, we ain't gonna play football for a long time because I just want to ask, what is the purpose of these people doing these things? Because I'm tired of them telling me that they don't make nothing in the JFF and nothing around Jamaica football, but yet still they are fighting for this. So what are we fighting for? I have no
None
problem
of
with
them
that.
are that principled.
This is separate and apart from what they're fighting here. But because you're telling me that you're not making nothing and you're doing this for the love, I have never seen someone in Jamaica love something so without
None
making
of them is
nothing.
that patriotic. That's a lie. Mutty
So
Perkins is
people
now
even
dead.
not what
Mutty
say you
Perkins
on
is
that?
now dead, but scarce benefits and spoils fuel the Jamaican political arena across every
People,
administration.
people, people, please give me some information on that. What say you on that? Because is it really true that we're not gaining nothing out of this thing? Because this is getting out of hand now. Everybody fighting, desperately clutching at straws to be in and around Jamaica's football, but it doesn't make anything. But I have the statistical reporting and realize that brings in billions of dollars, or at least close to close to seven, close to a billion every 4 year for sure. Oh, I know it's over, but I'm just giving what I can prove. So close to a billion every 4 years, excluding all other contracts, but just direct funding from FIFA and Concacaf. So it's not looking good, people. That's all I know. Marlon said these people don't have any love for football. They play beach football in Jamaica, but I don't think it's coming from beach football, Marlon. I think that's what they're using to gain their upper hand. Money in the JFF plus travel benefits, etc. Well, it looks like people want whatever benefits inside that, because they're charging
JD,
for it.
added added to that, added to that, because Pat Garrell is not a juvenile. Added to that is the bolstering of your CV that you are X during the period of Y. So all of this is for personal benefits for all of them, not just Pat Garrell, but every single one of them. It does something to your CV. It puts you in the higher echelon of society in Jamaica. You are more recognizable. You are more accepted in certain circles when you can say X and Y with 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 support on a CV. So
I'm not gonna call any name, Pastor, but this lady, her behavior remind me of one person that I've met over my time on YouTube. And I figured out that I'm meeting a lot of these type of people as well. So it looks like it's a lot of these same type of people on you, like in Jamaica around the football. like majority of them similar to OCD here. So I'm hoping that gets solves people, but it looks like
Let me
we're
tell
gonna
you
have some more
this.
problems. You know?
Let me tell you this, JD. You see, when a person reach the stage in life where they don't care about the negative implications on a particular thing because they have nothing to lose, no matter how right you are wrong. And I believe that's the place she's in. She's at retirement age. There's nothing you can do to affect her negatively. She can't
How
lose
old is
nothing.
Pastor? What kind of retirement age she at?
She's a matured woman. She probably
Pastor.
70 or above.
So Pastor, Mr. Man, we just a run for president. Him how much? Cause I heard
Uh,
that 100 year in a pallet
Listen to me
in
very
him
carefully.
must him must 100
Males
years there.
retire at an older age than females in Jamaica and in a lot of places in the
But
world,
not 100 years, not 100 years less.
but not 100 years. So I am telling you, without remembering her exact age, she's a matured lady of retirement age. You cannot make her lose anything. She have nothing to lose. Now, any person, whether you are of that age or not, that reaches a stage in life where because you have nothing to lose, you do not consider the cost of the negative implications on a particular thing or on others, no matter how right you are wrong. And
Okay,
I'm
okay.
saying that unapologetically with no water dripping out of my mouth, with my chest fully pushed out.
All right.
You cannot be right when that becomes your position. You know, one of the things,
Hold on. Travis said, JD, stop talk what you don't know. Ricketts is not in, but I'm not. Travis, listen to me now. Security guard Travis for one side. I had said I've literally called the other man name we run just a while ago and said he was in for 50 years. Don't tell me it's security guard Travis. I know when the man was in, I was not even talking about him. I was talking about Raymond Anderson. You saw you stay, Travis? Because you think, oh my God, you see you? Embarrassing. You, Travis, embarrassing. Good God, man. sorry, Pastor. Big up Estetnik. Big up Pagan. Big up all the mans that will just come in. Please do get the likes up on the video. All right.
Jenny,
Mm.
and
Same stay, man. Watch him.
Mr. Speed may get tired of me calling his name, but Mr. Speed, permit me to do it another time. You know, one of the things I am forced to respect and regard about Speed and how he operates. When he came on the show the last time and he said that we got some things wrong, but this year going forward, JFF will be better and we plan to do better. Acknowledging the failures that all of us are sometimes going to fail in different things, even in things that we love and try to do our best at. Acknowledging the failures and literally purposing to do better going forward is always a better position to be in than trying to come off being vindictive and unconcerned for the good of the very thing that you claim to be fighting for. Because what is the positive that can come out of this now? If the JFF election is rendered null and void, there are going to be criminal liabilities, and I'm saying this straight out. There would have to be criminal liabilities attached to some people in the administration. And if that is the case, where does that put our football administration going forward in the single most active year in Jamaica football history? Where are we going to
Pastor, the
be?
man and Pastor, these guys lost the game. Um, don't know how to rally back, and they just need to. They were banking so much on this because they had their plans. and that's about it. Nothing else. I'm just hoping that this thing just completes very soon. And it looked like it has to just go back to its old ways, which is just um, these guys running everything, and just deciding who play for Jamaica and all them foolishness. Because me know where it come from, It only come from one place. One place it's coming from, Ernest said, JD, these court filings cost money. I'm wondering if she's being financed by outside. No, man, of course. Of course she's getting financed by outside people. Remember, so many people and I'm not for you. The only thing you do is sit on your couch
JD,
and do nothing. So
JD,
they would get
again,
something to do with this. So of course they want to get
again,
financed.
she is not a dusty person and she's at retirement age. I'm going to make the statement again for this purpose. When you have nothing to lose and you disregard the negative implications of your actions on other persons or a particular thing, you cannot be right no matter how right you are. Because you have to totally, and I'm not saying that we should live our lives and allow evil to prevail. I'm not an advocate for that. But at some point, you count the cost. Jesus said to the disciples when they questioned him about not teaching the congregation or the congregation everything that he was teaching them, he said that some people cannot manage, they're not at the place where they can manage it yet. So you have to make an assessment of the persons that you're impacting. Can Jamaica football really take this at this time? I would say no. This is the single most active year in our footballing history. There is no way a, a dissolving of the administration now helps Jamaica in any way at all this year. There is no way it helps us.
Well, I must say, they believe in what they're doing, and I'm I'm just hoping that people gets to see who they are, because over the last 2 years I've seen some people their green lizards selves shed very fast and easy, and you can't blame
Being
them. They
wrong,
are
doing right. Being wrong, doing right is being wrong. Let me say that again, another way. Doing the right thing, being wrong, is wrong. And it don't matter
right, Pastor.
who doing it. If you are intended on doing right, you cannot do it at the wrong time nor do it the wrong way because you will be doing it wrong.
All right, all right. So, people, that story looks like it just coming out again. So you will be seeing it over and over. So it looks like these guys don't want to lose. So they're gonna be saying that they have to file some injunction somewhere to overturn certain things, because more drama need to continue, because obviously
Oh,
what's up with Jamaica without drama? So that's
another
what they're
thing.
saying. And Pastor, I want to leave it. I want to leave. I'm not even giving them the extra notoriety on this page. I never planned to give them so much minutes. They have gotten too much. You understand me? Yes, they have gotten too much. Fraudulent, xenophobes, they have gotten too much, out of my time, to be honest. Let's see how it works out. Yeah, man, but I don't really mates them. I'm being honest. That's just me. I have no time for them. I heard what they're all about, and I know it's BS, so I have no time for them. Um, you know. Let me move on to Liam Bailey now. Liam Bailey, big up yourself, Jason Ferran. Yeah, I have no time for that foolishness. I'm done. So anyways, let me move on to Youth 17. So Youth under 17 tournament for Jamaica Premier League clubs. All right. the Jamaica Football Federation is continuing its commitment to the developing youth football in the country with the formation of a new under 17 tournament to be contested by the Jamaica Premier League teams. All right? Yes. So, what say you on that? You think that is a good idea? Because for me, when once I saw it, I loved it instant. Because I'm saying that that's a good way because I've realized what is the problem, and this is all like I love the way you put it just a while ago, Pastor. Because if you look at it, these guys use busting issues to benefit themselves. So you see, like, oh, they jumped on the bandwagon to say that we are trying to bring in overseas players and we're not giving the youth an opportunity. They rode on that to make people that might not be good enough to feel that they can use that sympathy to get over the line. So with them doing this, I think this is a way to close off that option because everybody will be playing games, and if you're good enough, you will be coming out of the cracks because you get enough opportunities to show up your head. You understand me? So with this now, I think this is always good, and I would love if they could have put an under 21. That's what I was just say. If they put an under 21 with this, that would be very good. You can't tell me that you're playing two leagues and then you don't matriculate into the Premier League team and then Jamaica national team will hold you back. That would make no sense. So them can't use that narrative anymore. That's my first take on this. I think this would have quashed all the problems that they're trying to sell in the country because good players will be shown up.
All right.
Give me your side, big boss.
I agree with that in principle. But here is where I now have a challenge. ISA runs a school competition, D Cup Manning Cup,
Yes.
which prohibits the players getting remunerations for their participation. When you attach these age group players to the clubs, the club will have to be budgetary responsible for the player. How is the club going to finance an under 17 team and for it to make real sense, an under 21 team that propels players into the senior club team? JD, it is a good draft or diagram, but it takes cash to care. I don't know, and I'm going to use the question from Mr. Speed, that any of the clubs in Jamaica have put out a financial statement that suggests they can finance two additional teams inside their budgets. So one, good intention from the JFF, but does this intention comes with the financial support to make it a success? Or is it going to be dependent on the club, individual clubs, to harness the requisite sponsorship to finance their programs? And then we will get into the subject of a football culture in Jamaica. Because if I am going to invest millions of dollars, I am expected that I am going to have advertisement dollars So that would mean fans in the stands for the local club games that I'm investing in. And I don't think there is a single club in Jamaica with sufficient fan support for the kind of marketability required for their success in their programs. I don't know that there's a club. I saw a good picture on another YouTube channel of the playoffs, the first day of the playoffs, where the stands was fairly well populated. The section of the stand that was shown was fairly well populated. So, and I liked that. I like the fact that there was that kind of a crowd support in that section of the stand because I didn't get an entire view of the total stand from what I saw. But suffice it to say, it's a good move. So let's credit them for that. It's a good move. But my question is it set up to be sustainable? Because it is what is required to do. We need it if we're talking about real football development in Jamaica and improving the football quality. It is needed. But is it financially backed? Sufficiently financially backed for it to be sustainable? Because it makes no sense for we to start it this year, get it off the ground, and 2 years down the road, it's dissolved. That don't make any sense, productively wise. But
Okay,
I
okay,
can really
so
credit them with the move and the intention. I think it is necessary. It is needed.
all right. Fair enough. Bless up, Samson and all the guys that are coming in. Please do hit the like button, share, and subscribe. All right. And after rewatching it, leave your thoughts in the comment section. We're going to do in 2 hours, or maybe a little bit over 2 hours. All right. Yes. Yeah, man. But I had to put out that side. Travis was asking me a few questions. Travis, it's big. It's getting popular now. Every time they are crying, crying, crying. Like any soul come and give them a story. Say, oh, we're not doing the right thing because we are bringing over new players in the team, and that's making our national team full of overseas players, and then it's gonna kill the next group of players. I heard all of those foolishness, people, and all I'm telling you, we are just in the age and time of a weak mentality, people, and that is the biggest problem. We usually, as Jamaicans, were some of the strongest people. That's why people couldn't even take deal with us. That's why they had to let us go, pretty much. But now we have to be given things. Because what you're
Hmm.
trying to do now is to move the competition out of the way, to put other people in, put yourself in it. So why not be good? Liam Bailey, be good. He gets picked in Aston Villa team. Which we're gonna go on Liam Bailey next. Um, Khadija Shaw being good, she get picked for Manchester City team. Nobody now beg or nobody now try force her on a Manchester City team. You think she shouldn't play better Mary Fowler, them a put her on? She could have scored 50,000 goals the next week. If Fowler plays better, Fowler will be going ahead of her. And that's how it
Hmm.
works. So I don't know, what are we teaching our kids to say that, oh, we are making, no, the only hope you should have is to believe in your damn self and go work hard. That's the only hope you should
The
have.
barrel
Believe in yourself and go
generation,
work hard. That's
the
the only
barrel
hope you should have.
generation is available now.
No, but me have a really stamp on it, man. You get me? Me have a really stamp on it because me don't like it. Every minute them try to spin it back. It's just people that's believing in this quota system and them always want to spin it back and tell you a cuckoo story. No. In Nigeria as a team, people. Nigeria as a team value $500 million. People in Nigeria say the only way them player get picked from inside Nigeria is if them go outside, they do what them do, and then come back in. So them have to be successful for come back in. And they don't hear Nigeria kill themselves over it. You know why? Because them actually are still on top of things. So then pick the right player and put in. So we need to cut these things. And that's why I said bringing in the youth 17s and the youth 20s would be very, very good for this reason. If you're playing youth 17s, so youth 17s of Cavaliers and the youth 21s of Cavaliers, and they don't see you fit to make the main team, you can't be complaining about nothing of the national team. because that means they don't see you good enough to make the next teams. Them. So that means if the main coach don't pick you, that means you get three different coaches to look at you and didn't choose you. So you cannot come out and cry wolf. And this is what is stopping Jamaica national team overall, because we always believe that Jamaica national team is owned, and football in Jamaica is owned by poor people, and it should be led by sympathy. No, it is for Jamaica. It doesn't matter who. If you're big and rich up in the hills and you have a picnic in a baller, you have to get the space. It don't mean say me have to be poor and the only way out. No, that is dumb thing. It's our country and we should look for the best interest for our country. So we need to stop this foolishness. I try to stop the football in the country, and then I try sell. I try force people not to play for the country, which is actually better because you believe in a belief when you don't have no education, have nothing at all, because you don't have a badges, you don't have nothing at all, you just sell people false hope. Those things need to stop. And one thing I would love for the JFF to do coming up, everybody where I do these things need to be certified. They need to be certified. You guys are saying that the primary league coaches need to have badges. Well, coaches from academies should have badges as well. You should not be having an academy and don't own a rights to sell players and have a badge. It should not be possible. So just like how you tell me about the primary league, them, academies are higher than primary leagues. So all of it need to change. That's what the JFF need to work on. That's the one thing you need to enforce. That works over here, so it's supposed to enforce in Jamaica. Everybody needs, because once you have something to lose, you tend to think more sensible. You understand me? But if people can just dibble dabble in everything and get what they want, cry foul, they're going to continue doing this. This needs to stop. And that's what we're seeing now, Pastor. Because people can just cry foul and then ball at the end of it, and then they just carry on because that's how majority of the other people them thinks. So they just get a back in and continue with it. It need to stop, man. We need to can just look at some players. We can just look at football now. The election finish. So like we're done with this election thing, the man. And it will continue some football development, some youths we need to find that have some talents and let them go overseas to play. You understand? That's what we want. But these people look at it as love drama, man. Every single day. You can't just look at a competition coming 3 months ago, 3 months ahead, and then look at a 24 player. You have to be wondering when Jamaica gonna be banned from football. So you don't even know if we're gonna make the next set of match days.
That is what I was going to say to JD. If the court deemed the election irregular and pass any resolution to dissolve the results of the election, that goes totally contrary to the FIFA stipulation of government or state involvement in the football administration of the country. So taking it to the court, and that is why I said there will have to be liabilities, criminal liabilities attached to personnel's involved in the running of the election. And if you find criminal liability, you will have to have a resolution made by the court of law. That is state's involvement in football administration. But the state cannot see criminal liabilities and walk away from it.
Oh my God.
So Jamaica ban.
So, people, we have not passed that as yet. We have some comments here. Daniel said, so instead of developing football, the JFF should go after one man. Daniel, we have not called no one man name here. All right. You can just go back in a pillow gang and talk all the foolishness you want. Listen to people talk before you jump to that. This is why you can't get the changes you want. You are too biased. Okay. Oh wow. because I said people need to dedicate themselves and make sure we not run off of things that we want rather than develop the pitney them. You see, Daniel, that's a problem. You're too delusional and want run behind man. Me not run behind man. Me want provide what society provide. So that means that they make sure the pitney them secure. That's all me say. So if you want to get upset and build up a narrative, every day these pillar gangs just find something. How can we be talking about um a whole team of people. So you broke it down to who you want broke it down. Don't just go on baby business, man. Over there, man.
JD,
Over
JD,
there, man.
do we understand? Do we understand
Over there, man. My
that
God, man. Jesus God.
Issa as a school sporting body, Issa as a school sporting body
You see
earns
what I say,
money.
Pastor? I'm not changing. When is it, Pastor? Standard becomes the low. We put it the lowest standard. When is it? That's when life should go. That's how life should go. It's not going to go for me. It's
That
going to
don't
go for
happen
those
nowhere in
standard.
the world except in these delusional and xenophobic minds. Look at a competition that is run in Jamaica. Issa stipulations, rules and regulation does not allow a single school athlete, male or female, to earn money within their competition. They don't earn nothing. But Issa gets sponsorship on the back of the performances of these
Of the school
high school
performances.
leagues. The players earn Issa money but do not get a dime out of it. Right? Issa don't buy
Yeah, but
football boots for the schools, you know?
yeah, but Pastor, he never listened to what I'm saying. He never understood nothing because him just
Which
go,
is
go to pillar man and he never hear me say him couldn't comprehend what I've said. So he must think say I'm talking
JD,
about him and him pillar man.
they are listening for what you call punch words. So once in your entire conversation, one of those punch words come up, they say you are biased because those punch words in their mind
Means only one
goes
thing.
against what they stand for,
Yeah,
which
I
is
tell you, I tell you
mediocrity,
what, man.
which is mediocrity and everything that is not in the best interest
Um,
of.
look, but Travis, you can't say Issa is separate from the JFF, Travis. The JFF is for football. JFF is the footballing body of Jamaica, Travis. So the JFF can install laws that ISA has to work under because it's a football. It's a
Yeah.
rule of football, just the same. All right. Let me make sure to check it again because even look, even in America, school football, obviously this is a little bit different because football in the country is different, but they usually make a bunch of money of the kids them, and now they have to try change ways now to pay something for the kids them. People, you guys are in America, so you must research that story. So what Pastor just saying is sometimes people getting away with a lot of things that if you put pressure on them, they would have to help out certain situation. And if the kids then benefit more, that's an next set of kids that are going to develop even more. Even if it's 0.1%, it's still better than what they were before. And we have to just respect that. And that is the truth. Travis, it is the truth.
No matter which way you look at it, ISA doesn't only deal with football, JD, but every single sporting discipline that they deal with, they earn money off the
That
back of
that
the student athletes. Every
that
single
must be
one.
Maxwell and Pagan. All right. No, everyone said it's correct, but Travis has said JD. It's a responsibility. Is for school sports extra curriculum. So what are they paying to those? Travis, you're not listening to what the man saying now. Travis, it's football. It is football. Issa is responsible for. If they get a sponsor in on the back of footballers that are signed to other clubs, it still come under. So for instance, all right, for instance, then, you play for U15s. You play for U15s. The JFF can put in a rule, not saying JFF will do that, but JFF can put in a rule in, because of the kids, the insurance not going to cover these kids playing in the Manning Cup, they can't play. And they couldn't play. They can't play because that means they would have barred that rule closer to the club. So the club that signed these 15-year-olds can't get the insurance off them if something wrong with them in the Manning Cup. So that is a way how to bar them from playing the Manning Cup then if they're not going to get benefits. So either insurance are going to be covered, Travis, something has to happen. That's what I'm saying. So they can put rules that affects Issa. Travis, I'm not asking, I'm telling you.
It's not can put rule, JD. A club that is going to make an investment in a player is going to have legal stipulations to protect their investment. It is the same reason when Mikel Antonio is reported injured, Jamaica cannot pressure West Ham to send Mikel Antonio for
Yeah,
no
but
international window. The club has the right
mhm.
of where the player is concerned. So the club is going to be legally responsible to determine when and where the player plays.
Marlon said, ISA is the governing body for school sports in Jamaica. Yes, the money ISA make from football and tramps is used to fund other sports that don't have sponsors. But all I'm saying is, the JFF still can put in rules that bar them from playing if it's affecting like the other clubs. That's all I'm saying. Because so, for instance, if insurance doesn't come straight over on the players them, and you are signing the 15, 16 years old them, and they have to play in these Manning Cup competitions without proper compensation, it could cause some problems. That's all I'm saying. Don't say that is the
It
situation now.
will, JD, it will. Sports management. A lot of these people are talking, The other day I said on a
Oh,
platform,
I
that
heard that.
sports management is
Jamaica
non-existent in
is scared
Jamaica,
to do that.
Sports
Travis said,
management. Sports
no,
management
but
in Jamaica.
Pastor, they are saying, because what we're arguing, that's not what they are arguing. So Travis said I still get it wrong, but he doesn't understand what I am saying. All right, so tell you what, Issa, JFF can't do nothing to Issa, and the players them can, they cannot just be used without nobody interfered, which I know that can't happen in no other country if the body of the country wants to change the rule. All right, that's all I'm saying, Travis. So it can work in Jamaica, but it can't work in no other countries if they want to change the rule. I never know that's the case. All right, and that's all I was trying to say from day one. All right, so I don't care what ISA is. What JFF is different from what ISA is. You get me? And JFF still have the control of football in the country. So that means they can change and adjust rules towards the footballing pyramid. So if people out of the footballing pyramid has to go other places to participate, and they are possible, they could possibly get injuries, they could be barred from those events if the insurance doesn't carry over in them. That's all I've said here, Travis. So I don't know why. Yeah, let me move on. Let me move on. But Travis don't understand what I am saying right there. It does it never really hit Travis what I was trying to say. All right. It was not about what Issa is. It was what JFF could do to make sure some of these kids be more solid throughout. Because if we are complaining that enough money not spending on them, better they just stay to the persons that own them or sold them. Um, JD, please ask your guest to adjust his mic. Okay, his mic is too loud. All right, Pastor, I don't know. It is. We have 2 more minutes to go over
The
our
mic,
time, but
the mic is turned down. The quality of the mic is and has been an issue. The mic is turned way down.
all right, Pastor, just take your time when you're talking,
Yeah,
then, because all
yeah.
right. So
I will
let's
try to modulate. I will try to
Pastor,
modulate when I speak.
all right, so yeah, find a way how to. Yes, so
Yeah.
thanks everyone for hitting the like button and supporting the show. Massive respect for that. You guys, from the other day we are doing the show, We are averaging like 5,000 per video, which is mad. So thanks for the continuous support. We are just trying to give you authentic reasoning, you know. Yes. I don't know how you do it, JD. The level of comprehension skills in the Jamaican YouTube space is mind-boggling. No, I don't. I think everyone trying to. Remember, it's you are writing and I am speaking. So sometimes, um, people have to listen first and then write after, and it's a lot of people in the chat. So things is all over the place. So it sometimes it takes a while for we to get it over the line. But I have a next story. I have a next one that we want to talk about now. The one to end the show on is the Leon Bailey one, because it makes no sense to have Leon Bailey in the title and don't talk about it. All right. So the president, JFF president, optimistic of resolving issues with Leon Bailey ahead of the upcoming World Cup qualifiers. So Leon Bailey, you are being polite, really. All right.
I
You are
agree
being
with
all
him.
right, Mac.
I agree with him, JD. You are being polite because I fully agree with the statement he made before. Mind-boggling is an understatement.
All right, Pastor. All right, Pastor. Let me just continue and just do the job, and we just
Yes,
leave. All right, we do the job, Pastor, and then we just leave. Pastor, can you just height up and not be Kendrick Lamar? You know, height up to the level of my height. Yes, sir, Pastor. Thank you very much. Deal my show professional. I have the biggest platforms on planet Earth, named the Imaxit Earth. So show some respect, Pastor. Yes, height up. Thank you very much, sir Pastor. Yes. Maybe a vice will be lower when you actually height up
that
and
will
stop the
never
vice.
happen.
No. That was your problem. You sit back and to relax, you know? Yes, so yeah, we have to give people, we have to give Pastor a bar there, you know? Like how Kendrick Lamar to height up, you know, him have a height down. Yes. Yeah, man. So right now, I am JD the rapper. You know, you're gonna hear people in the chat say them a rapper too, because everything me say me can do them can do. You know. So let me see who I'm gonna say them a rapper first. Let me see the first rapper in the chat. All
I
right.
only
Yes.
rap gifts.
Let me see who I'm gonna come up and say them a rapper first. I am. Let me see who I'm gonna say that foolishness. But we continue. Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey, and the federation and the president said he would like to resolve that the um, before the June 6th, I think June 6th, because that's when we have the actual World Cup qualifiers. But Leon Bailey had said that he's not going to miss this party. But his party is at a specific time, which is more of the 20 odd, more of the 20 odd. So could they work out something with Leon Bailey, or you think that would have been respectful for Leon Bailey to take up a spot for the World Cup qualifiers and then leave for his party for the Copa? Because remember, it's a week in between, you know. It's a week in between before the Copa starts. So, does that even make sense? Because you're complaining about money, and then you're gonna waste a plane ticket on Leon Bailey to come for one event, but can't make the next event. Are you the fans would have been okay with that? Because of me, he would have to join on the back end of the next one. So if he
Having
doesn't want to come to Copa, I wouldn't bring him.
having been in management for 29 years, it would be irresponsible of Coach Grimm unless Bailey is going to change his mind and his prioritizing of his party to have Leon Bailey in the window when we will have the two World Cup qualifying games
Yes, and then
or
have to leave
three,
after the next
and
competition.
then leave into Copa because it's the same window.
And what,
You're
Baba,
going.
before I continue, Liam Bailey fans, be honest to that. Honest to that. Be honest for once in on a goddamn life. Liam Bailey fans, them, please be honest. I've just given it the timeline. They want him to come back, for the first one. But this, he's gonna come, and then one. He said he's not going to miss his party. That came out of his own mouth. He's not missing no party for nothing. So what say? Be honest to yourself now, because we agree that maybe things go wrong before the player play good. Be honest to yourself. What would you do? Continue, Pastor, because more want to see what his fan base will actually say this time.
the the reality, JD, is that because of the two competitions, the coach will have the team for a longer time, probably about 28 days. He'll have the team for. It would be irresponsible to call in a player for only half that time when you're prepared, because Copa America is a major competition too.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're going to give up a place to a player that is not going to be aiding your program in the Copa America. That would be highly irresponsible on Grimm's part. And in my book, in terms of grading administrational practices, he would lose about 20 points there as an
Yeah,
administrator.
but remember, it is the president. Look like he wants. It look like this is a bully. This is just the public wanting to come back so bad. It like they're gonna just bend under anything because Leon Bailey already public the same now missing party. So what if people gonna buy a ticket for come and party, And so he's not gonna miss that. So now we have to bend to make him come at them games here. And then we have to find someone else to replace that spot for the
The
Copa
president
America
has a
as well, which
job
I
and a responsibility. The coach has a job and a responsibility. All right? It is the president's job to articulate best practices for everybody. He manages everybody. It is the coach's job to articulate and function best practices for each individual situation. So the coach have to think. This is not necessarily to say Leon Bailey is not welcomed back in the team. But for this window, hell no. I
anybody
have
coming
a
back.
responsibility to the team in this situation. So I don't believe we should take it that the president's utterance is in any way to add pressure to, even if it does, to add pressure to Grim, because Grim has a defined role to play and as a manager must do his job. So
Uh,
even if the fan base is clamoring for Bailey to come back, does it benefit the team? Is this best for the team? Because his job is best for the team. That's
mhm.
binding. So Bailey coming back for the two World Cup qualifiers game, but not for Copa America, is more negative than positive.
Yeah, but here Marlon said, Jay, the president says he wants resolve the situation, and he says the coach. No, we know that, Marlon, but I'm saying sometimes we come out and say those things, but we don't realize what was said before because maybe the president never got wind of him saying that he's not missing his party for nothing. So if and the president said he wants it to be started out before the World Cup qualifiers. So that means it's the immediate one. You understand me? So we are just saying, obviously he would have been free the sixth. So we were just saying that. All right, since that you would have been it's free the sixth. Then if we pick you, and you come, why you don't just stay for the other event? That's what I'm saying because remember we're always have tied the JFF and the money. So we are just saying that if anybody gets picked, if we resolve this problem, Because that means we have to resolve the problem then, Marlon, and then don't pick him then because him already said him not gonna miss a tune
Ah,
for the next 1 year. So now you
good.
no, I'm thinking this statement maybe not really helping the overall cast because I think the coach should just do everything in secrecy rather than even bother come out until the player can come out and say sorry to the Jamaican public and sorry for the situation and we'll move on. You understand me? I think him saying this now, um, if it start out and him still in the team for even the 2 matches them and him now go hold him out, him agent now go hold him out, and it go cause more problems. That's all I'm saying. This is just leading to more unnecessary argument. Even though I understand what the coach, the president was trying to say. He was just trying to say that he's up for them to come back in. Pillock Young Leader, Big of Yourself said, good morning, I've been summoned, JD. Isn't the coach job to win? With Leon Bailey, are our chances winning are greater, correct? I await your humble response. Yes, our chances are good with William Bailey, definitely. But we explained ourselves. If you don't have enough money, all right. So that means what are Pillock Young, what would be a purpose to go to the Copa then? Because you're telling me that you have to pick a different player now, when you only have a week in between, when you could have used that for banding, but this other player want to go off and do his own thing. So or you would have worked that out. That's all we are saying. That's all we're saying. It's a valid question to ask. I just think that better would just come together and reason it out. And Liam Bailey knows say, all right, then after the games them done, after this, you keep your party and do everything, and then now we put you back in the team. But before, I don't think so. People just please understand where we're coming. We're coming from. We're coming from. Oh God, I've explained myself. I said I wanted Liam Bailey in the team. So don't come here and think we said we don't want Liam Bailey in the team. But Liam Bailey say him not turn down in party for nobody. But his party is when Copa starts. So that's all we're having the reasoning on to say maybe the president shouldn't have spoke on this matter at all and just said it's the coach to deal with everything. Like how everybody was actually saying, let the coach deal with everything. I think he should have just said that as well. I think he put it in a, he put it in, he put this back in the ring again. That's
But
all I'm saying.
JD, to be fair, to have it resolved does not mean to have him selected. It can be resolved without him being
Boss,
selected.
I just explained that. No, that's not.
Yeah,
I'm saying
and I was agreeing with the statement when you made the statement because in the mind of the commenters, that does not factor at all. It being resolved does
yeah,
not mean his selection, but they seem not to
yeah,
grasp
but
that.
Pastor, that not gonna work. Yeah, if you resolve something, is him being selected and him tell him not coming. You hear the man him talk. You hear the man him talk, brother. It's
The
gonna
thing is,
cause more problem.
JD, the thing is, we have to ensure that we give credence to people's roles within the administration. I don't think the president misspoke because he was asked a question. And I don't think he said something bad, except that he need to know the fan base that he's speaking to. So it is not the statement that is problematic. It is that the fan base don't comprehend well. And so the statement becomes problematic. For the fan base, Bailey must be allowed to do what he wishes at the behest of everybody else, which is rubbish in a professional environment. Now, I don't think we should charge the president with that. It was Grimm's decision, or Grimm final as the person that determined the suspension. So it is Grimm that is supposed to resolve it. Grimm must communicate to the player, let the player understand what is the position, and also speak to the public prior to the competitions on this matter because it is a pressing one. So Grim must inform of the decision taken. We have settled the suspension. Bailey is cleared to be selected for the team. However, this window, Bailey is unavailable due to his personal choice because he's not available. He might go and party, which is what he publicly
Okay.
articulated. The
Okay. So
coach doing that would have fulfilled the responsibility assigned to him.
okay, so you think that's how the coach should handle it going forward? Just make sure that
Yes.
it was resolved, but based on we want to make sure he has it in the right mindset. So we're not going to call him for these two and let him go on and do his thing for the Copa time, get his
So he
party,
come
get
back
everything done, and then
fully
after
focused.
we can talk back again to see if he wants to come back, and it's all down to him. It's all down to him to want to come back in this team. You know, it's all down to him. So make sure
Yeah.
his fans show that you give him all options to come back when he wants. You understand me? Yes, you just do that just to make sure you can continue with the footballing. Yeah, I think that is a good way, Pastor. That is a good way. Brando Dan, have you not watched the 2 hours out of stream? This is we put Liam Daly at the back of this stream, and you said, "Is there not any other topic?" This was a topic that just came up 3 hours ago, so we put it in it, and we ask the same things. Then because remember you are here, and clearly you are a Liam Daly fan, so you wouldn't be knowledgeable to this conversation. So that's all. Skip it back, and you will get all the other topics. Bailey and him fans them go on too much. That's what Frynex says. Well, as you said, he's a popular person in Jamaica, just like um, Khadija Shah, you know. They are local players and they have reached the highest level in football. So obviously they are going to amass a lot of people in our culture. You know our culture already. All of us viewing, you know our culture. So they are going to be that lauded and stuff, you know. Yes. So you expect these problems, but what I would love is the players them when they go overseas now they become that role model, so they are the ones should be directing their fans the right way. Not saying Liam Bailey not doing it, you know. I'm just saying they are the ones to make the difference now because now you gain all of them attention. Just put the right words out there, you know. Yes, so I hope he could spin around and deal with the situation a little bit better and make other people respect him out of it from both sides, you know. That's what I would love. Determined says Bailey is my player, but let's bring him after Copa. Let him blow off some steam. Yes, and you are the head of the pillar gang. The politics in Jamaica team bigger than us. Yeah, I understand. I understand. All right. Brian Burke said I have heard a club over country, but party over country is a new law. Um, well, people would say that them suspend him first. You understand me? Yeah, people would say that them suspend him first. So
And
Brian
everybody was
Burke,
said that, and
Brian Burke,
everybody was
you
said that
mute
JD
us,
is
you mute
hypocrite.
us, Brian Burke. Oh my God, guide pastor.
JD, everybody that says that is a hypocrite and should not be given no kind of ear time. The player committed an infringement deserving of the suspension. So it is not them suspending first. Him was liable, if not criminally liable. He is a superstar. Let's put this in context. He is one of the senior players in the team. What do you say to every other player that is coming into the team when your senior player behaves like that? Have no regard for the rules of engagement. Have no regard for the team. Because
Pastor,
if the team bust, then punch and not catch it.
Pastor, he's pillar gang. Damien Dash, one of the pillar masters, saying party is a big thing in Jamaica. So,
Party is a big thing in Jamaica for those who have no regard for anything else.
so So I
right?
say,
There is no way you blame the administration for Bailey's suspension. You blame Bailey for not observing the rules that were there from ever since. Which, by the way, by the information coming out, it's not the first time him do it. So he now has his young teammate going along with him into badness when they should be prepared for a major match upcoming. That foolishness must stop. I'm going to go back to something that took place in the 98 campaign. You know, it was Rene Samois why Ian Goodison sold his bike. The big bike that Ian Goodison did have. Rene Samois told him he's not welcome to the camp until he produce the bill of sale for the bike. He have to sell it because he's not going to have a player in the team expecting him to start and hear that he was in a bike accident. All I know did they at Jamaica that time who in the chat run rings with the foolishness. You need to prioritize as a professional. Are you a footballer? Or are you a disc jockey? You love party. Are you a dancer or a baller? Bailey must decide. He has taken decision that he's a dancer or a disc jock. So, he might go a party. So don't blame nobody for his suspension from the football.
Brandon, please click my last three videos of Liam Bailey, and they're all good speeches about Liam Bailey. Brandon said, "Pastor, you're a hater too."
Why? Well, I hate sin. I hate wickedness. I hate mediocrity. I hate unlawfulness. I hate disrespect. So if Bailey fall in any of those, yes, I am a hater.
And hold on, Pastor. We have the one Dr. Gigi. So, Pastor, what you're saying? Because a professional player can't party. Put it in context. Big boss.
I
The man
never
instead of
said
saying the
that.
man have a duty and him don't turn up. You see, Dr. Gigi, that's where that's a hypocrisy, Dr. Gigi, because see you beat Shamara and say Shamara sell out when him turn on Jamaica. But the next man say him nah miss him party for nothing. And then you are saying him a professional, say him can't party. So that means you, Dr. Gigi, is what you love, you support. You know? So Dr.
I
Gigi,
am.
go ahead. But one thing I've learned, these people, they will not care once they like the people, that the person, that's all. That's what I've realized. You know, all along, we realize we never like that the Jamaican players them. I only like the overseas players them. The Jamaican band players them. I only like the overseas players them. I just them rude boys here alone only like. Just them rude boys here alone from one fraction. The Pillow Gang. Nothing else. Nobody else no good. No, you don't like nobody else. Just some pillow man you don't like. That's all. Just the pillow man him alone. That's what I
JD,
realize. Straight up.
JD, Warrior 777 asks, what about forgiveness? Warrior 777, if you listen attentively, it is why I articulated that the coach has the responsibility of resolving the issue because it was the coach that suspended him. No, it is forgiveness why the door is open for him to rejoin the team. I am all for forgiveness. However, when a criminal do the crime, he must do the time. So the coach must determine when the suspension is lifted, what amount of
Okay.
time is
Pastor,
applied to
Pastor,
the issue.
Pastor, me know you want today, but let go of that, Pastor. because you're gonna steam up the man pillow gang fraction and a 5 hours of streaming gonna go and we can't manage it. We don't sleep on YouTube. All right. Neil says, JD, credible information is that Butler cannot talk to Bailey about certain things, and Butler is against the party over Cooper. Okay, okay. Well, I would hope that he's against that, But Pastor, don't respond, please. Please, Pastor, don't respond. Just
Okay.
you were going to, don't, please. Lord
Okay.
God, you like to get me in trouble. Oh my God. Beck said, so what about the JFF? What JFF did to Bailey, Mr. Pastor? You can answer that one. Make it fast, Pastor. We only have 10 more
Read
minutes.
that again.
So what about what JFF did to Bailey, Pastor? That's what they said.
I am one of the very few persons who have always spoken to the JFF as an administration and their improprieties and their negligence and their mismanagement and where they need to improve. I was on Imaxit stream with Mr. Speed, who articulated to us that they got some things wrong, but the JFF will be better this year going forward. So I have never absolved the JFF of their wrongdoing on no issue at all. So that question need to be posed to someone else, not to this pastor.
All right, Pastor. All right, all right. Don't fight. Don't the people just ask you there because people get to know and they're just asking. What if it's someone just came in the stream and don't know you, and they're a Bailey fan, so they have to ask because maybe they agree with you,
Okay,
but they want to see if you're balanced in your reasoning. So,
okay.
Pastor, remember the internet, almost 5,000 people already passed already, and so people just ask questions. All right. Let me go through it. Brian Burke said, imagine Leon asked to miss a game at Aston Villa because a party him said. Pretty sure he would not do that. We all saw that and we know that it's true. All right. Brano Dan says, no, tell me why can he do why can he do us party and still be in the squad? No, the timing would not be making sense, Brano, because if it's the 21st, one start and you have the party on the 21st, that makes no logical sense. All right. Yeah. So, and it proven already because he went out and had to play a party and play a game, and that was one of his worst games. So it proven that he doesn't really travel, party, and then come back and play a game. It works. All right. And Daniel says, JD, the JFF has a lot to do with his suspension. That is why it's hard to digest. All right. I kind of got the feeling that's what people had the problem with, at least his fraction, Daniel. I think that was the problem. All right. Danica said, Daddy, remember how they also crucified Pinnock when he missed the Gold Cup for his wife? Yes, I remembered. Dr. Gigi and the man there. All right, JD, is because Pastor asked a question. Okay, okay, okay. All right. All right. So people, please do smash the like button. We are coming to the end because, as you know, that I have to bring the kid go to dancing school. Very much important. I have to stay in the kid's life to get everything running. All right. So please do click the triple dot at the top and hit the like on the thanks for the continuous support. Richard Crawford says, one Leon Bailey fire. That's what he does in every stream. And then cuss me out right after that. All right. He did not give his take on it. Richard Crawford, we would like to hear your honest take because you're the ultimate. You're the Rastafari of the Pillar Gang. All right, you are the Rastafari of the Pillar Gang. So please let me know your honesty. Let me see if you actually like Jamaica. What say you? Liam Bailey for 2 game and then go back and party and don't go a Copa? Let me know. We are waiting for your answer, Richard Crawford. We are waiting for your answer. All right. Yes, he's the Rastafari for the Pillar Gang. All right. Yes. So Pastor, give the final take and then we're out of here because I have to get the kid
The
put together.
the rap I will put on.
You're trying to convince, you're trying to change my kid from what I have her as. and I don't want to do anything faster. Can you tell me, say, if a man touch your little family, you're gonna do them something. So if you convince my little daughter over and over, first you make she like zoo, you're not gonna you're gonna stop it, you know. You hear me? You're gonna stop it.
Um,
So me I gonna do you
JD,
something.
the Bible says a child shall lead them. So your child being brilliant and observant and nature loving is not anything that the pastor do. I only I only fuel what is there. So I
Yeah,
show
well,
her
well,
animals that
let
she
me talk
don't
to her.
see walking
So
up
you're
and
not gonna
down.
fuel anything. You're not gonna fuel
No, no, no.
anything
But that is the job
because
of
you're
a
not gonna let me
pastor.
talk to her.
Hold on, hold on. The correct definition of pastor is shepherd. I take
Oh
care of the
God,
flock. I seek to for the best for each
Pastor,
sheep.
the seek what going up in the hills the way there.
For each no, I'm actually in the level
Come on,
plains
yeah,
of
seek come
I'm
on.
actually in the level plains of San Antonio now.
Okay, in the level
So
plains now. Jesus Christ.
yes,
So you was in the
not
mid
in
of
the
the
mountains
sea.
of Tennessee.
You're in mid of the sea now. You're up at the top. Fight with deer down there in the level. What down there, son? What dangerous down there, so Pastor? Give me
What
a little
dangerous down
history.
here, sir?
Yeah.
The people that we are driving on the road.
Yeah, man, pagan,
Remember,
because
remember,
me
Texas
make
is
my
the state
daughter,
of guns.
past, let me tell him before him come and blurt it out, you know. Make my daughter tell him, say, oh, Papa only have two sides, you know. Him always a laugh or him serious, him very angry. And then I tell my daughter, so I need counseling. She just trying to explain it because remember, she have a change her language to talk to pastor, you know. So she just explain, say, I'm a serious person. But I can't be joking with my kid. If we tell her I have an assignment and I have everything, she get everything in the world she want. So all me just want you to do is just to do what she should do. You understand me? So I'm a serious person like
Um,
that. You understand me? So pastor, I thought but money counseling. He want me do him things. So true me no want to do pastor things,
JD,
I'm not gonna let my daughter talk to me.
JD.
You know?
When the
Put
child
right and
speaks
face to wall.
truth, when the child speaks
But
truth,
pastor,
she
she never
has my
speak English.
undivided attention and 100% support.
Pastor, English is not our first language, so certain
It
things she's
does
not gonna
not
say right.
matter. She
I
was
am
very
telling you what I
clear.
said. I am
You are
telling you what I said.
not.
You see, that's a problem. And that's why I make a ban you from my phone.
She was not. She was very clear.
Oh boy.
She said, Pastor, Daddy is not total. He only have two emotions. He's happy or he's angry. That is not a complete psychological package. You
And
need to
Pastor,
get
I am
with
explaining to you something, Pastor. You know?
yes.
I am explaining something, yes, sir.
And I am agreeing with
I'm telling you what I
Jason's
mean.
strengthening. She speaks English very well. She understands it even better than she speaks it. Go
I
ahead.
understand all them things, but me I tell her what you mean. I tell her what you mean. That's all, sir. All right, and
Hmm.
I'm explaining, you know, my normal life because I don't want people to come off this stream and think say me angry in my house because that never happened. Me hold is
No,
serious and things that she have to do because me want to be a better version than a me. All right,
I
that's what
got
it is.
that. I got that from what she said. However, she said more than that.
She never said no more than that, big man. This all
Remember,
I
she
go.
was responding to a statement that I made, when she said that,
You know what? This is not about my daughter, Pastor. Let's go on by business
as
because you know what?
the one who is psychologically exposed or trained, I deduced from her statement
Why something
exactly
in this?
how you are.
Why something in
So
the why
so
something doing in the sea people? Why something ever doing on a
I I must say
something is wrong with Pastor.
publicly,
Something
JD,
is wrong with Pastor. It's not one month
yes,
I have
as
him
it is
done
with
here.
all of us.
Him come on the streams always I do these things. I tell you, me not need a psychological counseling, Pastor.
JD,
You look at
JD,
my mad?
let me
Hmm?
say this.
Me look at my
Let
mad?
me say
You
this.
always a style me in the Pastor. You
I
come
am
out with
very
something in
happy.
one
I
month.
am very
Next
happy
time,
for
why you tell
you
me so now?
that you have Gemma in your life
To hold on last week,
to
you know?
bring stability. I am very happy for you that you have
This,
Gemma in your
this
life
brother.
to bring stability and to ensure that you are at least brought to the understanding of, you know, your total self. I am
My
so happy for
and the
you
weak
because
information.
Gemma is all about bringing out the best of you. So I'm happy that she's there in your life. Because yeah,
Yes, believe me, Gemma,
happy for
you're a
you.
very good baby. You're a
You
very good
you
baby.
you
She
are
listen
a
well,
better
but
person
she's not
because of
gonna talk
Gemma.
to you. She's not gonna
You,
talk to you. That's all you
you're
have to
a
know.
better person because of Gemma.
Well, everybody knows that because I wouldn't be in Belgium
Yes.
because if Gemma wasn't here.
I am learning how much better of a person you are because of her. Every
Thank you,
time I have a
Pastor.
conversation with her.
Thank you, Pastor. So we can finish now. You give us the final, give your final take so we can done.
And you put your fire make all of this happen, because of what you
I make
intellect.
sure to tell the people and before you blurt it out and put it in a different context and know
I
how
was never
things
going
can
to
still
speak.
sometimes work.
Hello. I was never going to speak on it except Gemma had somehow come into the stream. I would never do that, JD. I'm a pastor of very very
All right,
very
Pastor.
high moral. I don't do
I just
that.
made sure because you had learned things before and came out and said, so I made sure to come out and say it. All right?
Only after you made suggestions about
All
it.
right.
Only after you imputed suggestion about it.
All right. Kevin Brown said JD is a very smart, but you act like a dunce sometimes. Oh my God. What did I say dunce right here? Oh God.
How did that? I don't know. I don't know about that part. Anyway,
I just try
as
to
it
be
relates to the
polite of the
stream,
conversation to make sure it don't come out the wrong way. That's all. That's all. All right. I'm very sorry. All right.
you see, JD, don't let this text,
I am done with the pastor.
don't let this text be
Pastor, give
attached
your
to you.
final word. Pastor, give your final word.
Only the guilty flee
Pastor, let me
when no one
finish.
pursue them. You see, you're coming
Pastor,
out ahead of something that would
people,
never happen.
we have come to an
Anyway,
end. Jarastafari. Because this man don't want to say final piece. I am done. All right.
my final word on the topics. I
Yes.
will
Thank you,
implore the
Pastor.
persons who join the stream in the chat to be more keen on comprehending, to listen not just for a response, but listen to understand, listen to learn, because we endeavor to share information. And it is very heartening when you process the information shared to the point where we can learn something from your comment. So do not make this a one sided stream where we are imparting information, but we get nothing back. We do not know all things, and we are glad to learn from you. But it is very difficult if you do not elevate your communication and comprehension skills as we grow along. So, thank you for your views and input. And even when you become very challenging, know that we thank God that you are here. Have a blessed day, and we see you another time. Gemma,
Thank you very
may
much,
God
Pastor. So,
continue to
people,
bless you.
thank you very much, Pastor. Always a pleasure
I
to
am still
partner with you
praying
in the
for you,
space.
JD.
Yes. Anyways, people, smash the like button on the way out. We have covered Leon Bailey conversation. JFF all might be in more trouble. Youth 17s, Khadija Shah, Van Zatten, Arsenal smoke Chelsea, Jackson. Jackson is just a run up and down man. Nothing else at this point. Yes, and we have gone through Petersburg, actually lost their game 2-0, so that put them pretty much out of the automatical qualification spot. And a lot of things went through, and that's what we want to keep the show on. Even if someone do very well, it's not going to be centered around nobody, one person. It's going to be all what's in the cycle. So if you see me miss a day, it's because I don't have enough news to cover that entire day. So to understand, and we have a lot more vloggers, maybe others that do more content than mine and have more different style than mine, because some people might come and just hold a ends with you. I think you can hold a ends with them from that time because maybe that time I will use to make more money in my normal life as well. As you figured out, I'm a very serious person. And remember, I'm in a country that I was not born. So I have to earn everything to make sure all of my bills and everything pays and everything. So I have to keep on working and being serious. So if you don't see me, that means I am just busy sorting out life. All right. Yes. So thanks everyone that passed through. Massive respect and see you in the next one. All right. Respect, Pastor, and everyone. Bye bye.